The SECHC tournament rolls on from Nashville, and South Carolina hockey is back in action. Despite it taking a tough loss yesterday, they're ready to compete for 5th place in the conference in a consolation game, and a whole lot more with a potential berth in the ACHA tournament on the line. Today they'll battle the team from the Plains that's looking to snap a 4-game skid. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ford Ice Center in Antioch, Tennessee for today's special presentation of Gamecock hockey. In the SECHC tournament, today's matchup features the number 6 seed Auburn Tigers and your 5th seeded South Carolina Gamecocks. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Brett Williams alongside Robert McCachren once more. Thanks for being with us today here on the Capital City Sports Network. Yesterday, South Carolina battled the Florida Gators in the quarterfinals and ended up taking the loss 7-3. The Gators just came out really aggressive all around, offensively, defensively, and that propelled them to the win and a berth in the semifinals today.
Yeah, Brett, the Gators just came out hard, and the three-headed monster of Geffen, Katz, and Clifford just definitely came out there. The Gamecocks tried hard. I mean, they played well. Power play really hurt them. They played good, solid, all-around team play, but just the Gators just too much for the Gamecocks. Just Katz with 4 goals. Geffen got a couple in there. Clifford with an empty net. Just there's nothing the Gamecocks have done. They played very good game. Just when you have the 3 guys like that, there's nothing you really do about it.
Absolutely. The Gamecocks really had a lot of trouble in transition trying to get pressure on those guys up front, and then they just took it away and went the other way. Today, Auburn brings a solid defense on their own, one of the all-SEC first-teamers and Andrew Inches. And overall, Auburn, though, on a 4-game skid, lost to Alabama 3 times, ended up losing to Georgia yesterday. Gamecocks with a shot to move ahead in the ACHA standings, get into that tournament. We'll talk all about those scenarios, but it starts today. Need to get a win over this Tiger team.
Yeah, like you said, the Tigers on a 4-game losing streak, just losing to Georgia by 11-0 yesterday. And the key to the story of that game was Auburn had 16 penalties in that game, and it's just not what you want to do. Just putting your team down. Man, maybe I believe there was a 5-on-3 one time too. So I mean, you just can't be a man down all the time. And we saw the Gamecocks; they're being really aggressive with their lineups. I mean, 4 forwards, 5 forwards in the game, and for an Auburn team, already being a man down, it's very dangerous for them. They really need to be aggressive and be disciplined, make sure they stop those attacks.
I think it's safe to say the Gamecocks' transition defense has gotten better as this season's gone on. Didn't really get a chance to see that a lot yesterday just because Florida came out and attacked it and went further. But with those forwards, they have been able to get back and provide that defense if needed and prevent some shorthanded opportunities. So we'll see if they're able to do that against Auburn today. Well, it is a quick opportunity for the Gamecocks to bounce back. They've got the most recent Hall of Fame inductee to the ECHL Hall of Fame was Gamecocks head coach Alan Sirois, and he'll be charged with getting the guys back and ready to go for this game today. And with a little bit of a little conversation about the mindset of these guys, we'll have Sirois down on the sideline with Claudia Chikamian in just a moment. In the meantime, we will hang with you in the booth for just a moment, and I think we're going to take a very quick break and come back for that interview. So with that, we roll on here in the consolation game of the SECHC tournament between Auburn and South Carolina. All the action coming up next on the Capital City Sports Network.
Do you feel it? Do you feel it in the air?
Do you feel the vibes?
All right, we are back on the Capital City Sports Network. Claudia Chakamian is down with head coach Alan Sirois right now. Take it away, Claudia.
2, 1.
I'm here with South Carolina head coach Al Sirois. So tough game yesterday, but the ACHA tournament's still in reach. How would you tell your guys back today?
We just got to play our game. I think we made way too many turnovers yesterday. I wasn't able to be here for the game yesterday, but Ryan passed on to me what happened yesterday. A lot of turnovers. We just didn't play like we're supposed to, and if we do this today, we should be fine.
And the biggest struggle for you guys this season has most likely been penalties, and we saw that be an issue yesterday. What did you tell your guys to kind of play a more clean game today?
We have to be physical. I tell them this every game. We're physical but disciplined, and leave the refs alone. We cannot change what they're going to call. It's my job to complain or yell at them, whatever needs to be done. It's not up to them. So if they keep their mouth shut and play hard today but disciplined, they'll be fine.
And you're going up against a tough Auburn defense, and they have first all-SEC defenseman, and you had some difficulty yesterday getting past the defensive line. What did you tell the guys to connect the puck to the back of the net today?
Drive the net wide. The guy with the puck to go wide, and the guy on the outside drive the net. And put everything on net every time you get a chance inside 10 feet, and usually good things happen.
Great. Best of luck to you guys tonight. Back up to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Claudia. So definitely going to be interesting to see how South Carolina approaches that, working wide, getting in the perimeter, and then finding the right shots to go on goalie Frank Maslow. Should be an interesting scene from the Gamecock offense, see what they bring.
Definitely, Brett. We've seen multiple times Gamecocks, they just get shots on nets. Good things do happen. We just have a rerun opportunity. We just saw that this quarter, they got a rerun opportunity. So just put shots on net, either go through or rerun opportunities, and that's what Gamecocks need, just shots on net, and things should happen.
Absolutely. Always put those pucks on, get the bounces, see what happens. We're going to take another short break as the starting lineups are announced. National anthem coming up next, and when we get back, it's puck drop time between the Auburn Tigers and your South Carolina Gamecocks next on the Capital City Sports Network.
So fresh and clean, smells like trouble to me.
Let your clarity define you in the end. We will only just remember how it feels. Our lives are made in these small hours. These little wonders, these twists and turns of fate. Time falls away, but these small hours still remain.
Every time you come around, I'm like, ooh, ooh, baby, ooh, ooh, baby. When I see you break it down, I like you do, baby, you do, baby. Papa told me, boy, don't never let down your guard. But when you touch my hand and talk that talk,
I got a rocket in my knees and a wobble in my walk.
wobble.
Wobble in my, wobble in my, wobble in my, wobble in my. When you touch my hand and talk me talk, I got a rocket in my knees and a wobble in my walk.
It's like my head back been drinking out the bottle. I swallow some strong drink, but really just my motto. She lotto, jackpot, grand prize, champion, franchise, born ready. Yeah, she get it right now, on time. Early AM, breakfast after the mayhem, baby, cause they don't make them like you. I hope that you hate them. Black Costa's a virgin, I keep them twerking, they working. I swipe it perfect, go ahead and purchase. Girl, it's on me, yeah, it's my dime. Damn, if I'm wrong, yeah, it's alright. When you go down, down in my mind, do what you want, that's what I like.
Welcome back to the Ford Ice Center, everybody. Brett Williams and Robert McCachren here with you as we get ready for puck drop, and there is puck drop between Auburn and South Carolina. Thanks for being with us on the Capital City Sports Network. Gamecocks coming out in the white. Saw them yesterday in the road whites. Now they're turning into home whites, considered the home team today as the team switched benches. Auburn in the road blues. And they've got the orange trim all around the waist. Gamecocks, as usual, garnet and black stripes along the shoulders and along the socks. And here the Gamecocks come forward. Brett Topolsky laying it on down, sent behind goalie Frank Maslow. Take this moment to give you the starting lineups for the game. The Auburn Tigers at forwards, Parker Brown, Chris Hickley, and Will Rodell. On defense, Jackson Reagan and Carter Rivers. And once again in goal is Frank Maslow. For your Gamecocks, Gray Marquise, as usual, in goal. And then Michael Borst, Nick Wykowiak, Brett Topolsky, Dave Cochran, and Blake Drummond complete the starters for South Carolina. Coming on down the line, quick shot opportunity for the Gamecocks, not quite. And moving on forward now, here comes Auburn for its potential first attack of the day. Bottled up in the corner, now going right toward Marquise. He had to poke it out of the way. Good look for Sonny McCurrick. Now the Gamecocks come out the other way. Battle for it in the neutral zone ensues. Now they go on down. It's picked up by Jacob Tangy for a second for South Carolina. Into the near corner. Gamecocks send it to center. Goes all the way down. Icing waved off as Auburn will pursue back behind its own goal line. Now around taken by Mark Feeney. Sends around to the far side. Passed it on around once again. Auburn trying to bring it out from its own defensive zone. And they lose it. South Carolina wins it back. Alec Martone, he got lit up right on the blue line, but South Carolina now has it offensively. Good pass around. That went from Ian Schneider over to Eric Patterson. And they play it up down the boards. Keeping it in, Brian Soar, who had the first goal yesterday, fires it in a pretty easy shot. And Frank Maslow will grab it in his glove.
Yeah, bro, I think it's going to be interesting to see Gamecocks being out without Julian DiPaolo, their defenseman, how that's going to impact their team, not only defensively, but also offensively, what he brings to the game, the moves that he brings, and the deking. So definitely could be a major impact, and we'll see how that does for the Gamecocks today.
Blake Drummond got it off the face-off. The shot was deflected. It was a good look. He had some guys in front. It bounced off the other way, and now Auburn comes forward, clears the zone, now moves out forward. Good pass ahead. Auburn potentially a little 3-on-2 here. Good pass and a quick shot. Goes right to Marquise and hung on there. Yeah, 17:50 to go here in the first period. And the scoreboard currently says 5-0 Auburn. I don't think any of those goals have actually been registered. Still no score here in Nashville.
Maybe they're still referencing the game yesterday when Georgia won 11-0. That was that in the first period.
South Carolina 7-3 loss yesterday, actually the closest loss of any in the semifinals. Georgia 11-0 over Auburn. Vanderbilt 7-1 over Ole Miss. And then in the game we called last night, Arkansas 21, LSU 2. There's some crazy quarterfinal scores, all those quarterfinal scores here yesterday, and the semis will come later tonight between Florida and Arkansas and Georgia and Vanderbilt.
Yeah, we definitely saw those higher seeds just dominating the competition, and like you said, Gamecocks were the closest one, was a 4-goal loss, so definitely the top seeds dominating.
I guess that shows that the coaches knew what they were talking about when they voted on those polls.
Yeah, Brett, every once in a while the coaches do get things right.
There you go. And sending on down the boards. Brian Soar battling with Jackson Reagan for it right now. And Gamecocks eventually going to win it on the goal line. Now Auburn takes it right back behind the net, and they'll bring it on out. Sent all the way across toward the blue line. Picked up by the Tigers, sliding on across. This is Chris Hickley. Hickley shoots it up on top of the boards. Bounces on around, taken by Parker Brown. Brown sends it back toward the corner. Blake Drummond got his stick on it and sent it up, but Auburn gets it right back. That pass was blocked by Eric Patterson. He sends it up to Nick Pizzo, and Pizzo will just dump it down, allow the Gamecocks to change lines, and Auburn will bring it out. Stolen back by South Carolina. Good opportunity there. Billy Curriger got his stick on it, plays it up top. Kyle Ware on the blue line. Ware slides it across. Nick Nard-Slicko, quick shot. it bounced around. I'm not sure if Maslow saw it until the last second. Stolen back by Kyle Ware as the Auburn Tigers try to clear. Ware makes one man miss, shoots, and he scores! Kyle Ware slipped to his right, beats Maslow high, and South Carolina up 1-0, 3.5 minutes in.
Brett, we talk about it all the time. Kyle Ware, he may be a defenseman, but he does have a nasty shot out there, and just a nice slap shot to the goalie and up top shelf and beats the goalie. Now South Carolina jumps out to a 1-0 lead. And we saw this against Florida, but I believe they'll be able to keep the gas on the pedal this time and make sure they take it to Auburn.
Unassisted goal by Ware, and like I said yesterday, Gamecocks did have the 1-0 lead before giving up those 4 goals in succession to the Gators. So they'll try to change it here. Quick steal by Kurriger. Kurriger feeds DePaul. No. Defeats Hatton for a second. Excuse me. Julian DePaulo actually not in uniform today. A tough loss for South Carolina from the senior, but ended up taking a couple of big hits yesterday, precautionary for him. So he is out of uniform today. And James Hatton is with the puck now, had that good look there. They come on forward. Unassisted goal from Kyle Ware. He just stole it back right in. Essentially Auburn was trying to clear the zone. He just took it out, made a couple men miss, and scored the puck. Time of that goal, 3:28.
Yeah, Brady definitely looked like a forward out there instead of defenseman on that play.
Kyle Ware, a very hybrid player for South Carolina, brings it all the way around. He was named 3rd team All-SEC-HC. Auburn sends it on up, bounces off the bench in front of the Gamecocks. And Nick Wykowiak goes down and pursues it behind Marquise. Brings it out to the left side. Now here the Gamecocks come. Passes it up off of Borst, now taken back by the Tigers and right back by South Carolina. Brett Topolsky tries to feed Borst right in front of the net. Borst makes one man miss, backhand, he scores! Mike Borst, great move again, and South Carolina building a nice lead here. Now 2-0, less than 5 minutes in.
Yeah, Brett, Auburn just seems to be skating around, just playing around with the puck and dilly it down a little bit, and Gamecocks came out here to play, and they're definitely taking advantage of it and showing their muscle right here, showing that they need this win to try to boost their playoff hopes for the ACHA tournament as well. So I'm definitely playing really hard and playing good hockey right now.
Time of the goal, 4:39, just over a minute. In fact, a minute and 11 seconds between the goals for South Carolina. And interestingly enough, we talk about college basketball a lot of times, building your resume, and perhaps it's the way you win games too. So no time for the Gamecocks to let up. They need to keep putting goals in the net, showing that they are a dominant team that can get into the ACHA tournament, maybe cause a little havoc.
Yeah, definitely, Brett. And I always hope the Gamecocks score a couple more goals. I always love hearing the Gamecock fight song at the end when they score a goal.
There you go. Fighting Gamecocks lead the way, that's for sure. Here Auburn comes forward now. Charlie Stejskal, and puck is frozen a little talking to between Joe Richard and Brett Topolsky. Really saw 2 different games in terms of our crew yesterday. Florida and South Carolina, there's still a lot of bad blood there leading back to the series in November, so very physical, a lot of chippy situations. Then we go to Arkansas, LSU last night, 3 penalties in the entire game. Very kind of open ice game. I guess when it's a 19-goal game, not a lot of needed for penalties.
Yeah, Brett, I mean, when that big of a game, I don't really think the refs, they're paying attention, but they're not really calling as much as they're not, I guess, quote, as needed, per se.
Fair enough. Credit LSU for not losing composure and just keeping it clean. Stolen back by South Carolina at their own blue line, and right back to Auburn in the neutral zone. Sent back, Andrew Inch is with it now. Pops it on, and Auburn's forecheck will not be able to get the puck there. Nick Nard-Slicko coming on out, sends it down, bounced off of James Hatton's skate all the way down. Andrew Inch just chases it back before the goal line. Sends it on around the boards to Chris Hickley. Hickley plays it off the board, tried to get to himself. Instead, South Carolina took it right back at center ice. Alec Martone going after it 1-on-3. And Martone's going to almost win the puck. Still fighting for it. He still might win the puck. Plays it towards center. Good job by Martone. Zach Ropke keeps it in. Quick shot from the point. Hatton, he almost got it in. It just went wide of the cage to the right. Picked up by Brian Soar down in the near side corner. Goes across Patterson, making a couple of men miss. Good work by Eric Patterson. Now he goes feeding inside. Good shot by Soar. Should say good pass. He was going for Zach Ropke. Gamecocks, good stick work all around. Another big shot coming on the other side from Duncan Hickman. Soar dropping it on down. Sends it all the way around the boards. Past Patterson over to Hickman. Now right back to Eric Patterson behind the net. Goes over to the far side corner. Now coming on out. Makes a couple of men miss. Now toward the center. Patterson trying to drive the net. He shoots and it goes off of the leg pad of Frank Maslow. Back over to the far board. South Carolina keeps it in the offensive possession. Goes. Now a quick shot flipped by Duncan Hickman, and it floated in the air right into the glove of Maslow.
Yeah, the Gamecocks are just dominating right now. I think one of the key things is Soares playing defense for DePaulo, and I think he still has that forwards mentality. He's in there almost playing as a forward. We saw him down in the face-off circle just playing around in there some too, so almost have 4 forwards on the ice for the Gamecocks here on 5-on-5, so I think that's definitely proving to be a threat for the Auburn Tigers.
Feed in front. Aaron Beaver has an open net and he scores! Right off the face-off, Beaver lost it on its stick for a second, then was able to re-corral and pops it home on the backhand. 3-0. Gamecocks taking the lead.
Gamecocks are just taking it to the Tigers. The Tigers just look distraught. I wonder if the carryover from yesterday's game against Georgia is just leaning over this, and they just don't seem to be skating, motivated or anything, so this could get ugly for the Tigers in this game as well.
South Carolina got to keep going, and they win this face-off. Billy Kurger driving, loses it for a minute. Now battling on the boards. Time of that last goal, 6:46. 3 goals in just over 3 minutes for South Carolina. Rocking and rolling so far as Dave Cochran blocks the pass attempt coming from the inside by Carter Rivers. Billy Kurger credited with the assist off the face-off. Robert, I gotta love the way the Gamecocks are playing off the face-off right now. They're just winning the face-offs, then getting it to the right guys in front, and they're being able to make plays and beat the goaltender.
Yeah, they're just moving. They're just, as soon as they win the face-off, somebody's already going forward, and they get that outlet pass to him, and then the other forwards are coming in trailing and just getting good shots on goal. And definitely, they're playing team hockey right now. The passes around, passing the puck around to each other, and it looks like they're having fun out there right now.
Face-off this time is won for a second by Auburn. It goes over to the far corner. The Tigers will eventually corral it behind the net. Popped on along and picked up by Adam Carlson. He brings it forward, crossing the blue line. South Carolina got a stick in there. That was Brett Topolsky. Bouncing it on. Mike Borst picks it up in the neutral zone. He comes forward. Borst has an open shot at the net. Checked by a couple of guys. Borst controls, fires to Maslow, who grabs it and swallows.
Yeah, but the Auburn Tigers is not looking really well right now. And we saw yesterday when Auburn played against Georgia that they got a little frustrated after they got down a few goals, is what I was hearing, and we could start to see them maybe taking a few more penalties now as well, because after a while, 11-0 and now 3-0 already in the first period, frustration's going to start setting in.
Well, the penalty box has been empty so far. We'll see how long that lasts. Kyle Ware tries to keep it in. Auburn eventually clears it. Ware gets it right back though, dumps in, right to a Tiger. Borst tried to do something about that. Auburn just sends it up. That bounced off the rafters, and that'll be a stoppage of play. South Carolina comes in with a record of 8-12 on the season. Auburn is now 8-8. And South Carolina 2-4 overall in SEC play. They had a number of games on their schedule this year that were not able to play, both in and out of conference due to various weather situations. Looks like Auburn played their entire slate, but again, they're currently on a 4-game losing stretch after losing to Georgia yesterday and then getting swept by their arch rivals, the Alabama Frozen Tide, at the Pelham Civic Complex last weekend. Quick shot in front, Auburn, and they score. Good from around the net, coming on out to Chris Hickley. A solid pass in front. Hickley just beat Marquise. He was pretty much one-on in front of the goaltender, and Auburn's back in this hockey game.
Yeah, I believe Gamecocks started to get a little complacent here. I think it's going to be easy, and just didn't mark the man, and he was wide open for the net from a pass behind the net. Usually those defensemen, they have to mark their men, but that time, wide open, and there's really nothing Marquise can do about it.
Not too much in that situation. A lot of times it gets dangerous for hockey teams when they let guys get behind the net and guys get in front. The guy from behind the net just feeds him, and Chris Hickley was cherry picking, and he put it home for Auburn. Time of that goal, 12:09. 11:40 to go here in the first period. 3-1 South Carolina, so the lamp's been lit a good number of times already today. And we'll see how much more we may have in store. Auburn skating with a little bit more energy now. A couple of checks into the boards there as they took on Nick Pizzo 2-on-1. But South Carolina eventually going to end up with the puck here. Played it on forward. Eric Patterson coming forward. He's got Pizzo to his right. Patterson gets his way between a couple of guys. Feeds Pizzo in front. Maslow covers the puck and then sends it out wide. Good job by Maslow protecting that near post. Pizzo almost had a good opportunity there. Patterson then leaves it on back. Auburn fighting for it at the goal line, trying to get this one out. Blake Drummond says no thank you. Goes right back. Zach Ropke get a quick shot and is blocked by an Auburn defenseman back toward the blue line. Dave Cochran sends it on down. Ropke fighting behind the referee to get it. Lays it on for his teammate. Bringing it on out. This is Patterson. Spins around a quick shot. It just goes high above the crossbar. South Carolina keeping the pressure on. Good intensity from the Gamecocks. Now a feed in front. Patterson trying to wrap. Goes up to Drummond, and Drummond lays down on the ice to try to stop it from going out of the zone, but he cannot. And Auburn will finally get a chance to get fresh legs on the ice.
Yeah, but I really like what the Gamecocks are doing right now. Their defensemen are getting involved and creating havoc for the Auburn Tigers, they're just getting up to the net. They're actually trying to get shots on net as well, which is very dangerous for any team.
Auburn wins this battle in the neutral zone. Now coming on down with it, Joe Richard. Plays it on back, picked up by Adam Carlson. Spinning on around, and eventually taken by Auburn at the blue line. South Carolina couldn't quite clear. Now a quick shot around the marquee as he easily sticks it aside toward the corner. And now coming on out, Aaron Beaver for a second got it on the puck. James Hatton, right to center, stolen back by inches. He sends it on across. Big open ice check there. Kyle Ware lays out a Tiger. Been seeing a lot of that from Ware this season. Makes you know he's there. Hard to miss him. He's that tall.
Oh yeah, definitely, and hard to miss him anywhere on the ice. You see him now; he's being a defensive player now, and it's just almost a dual threat player, just defensively and offensively.
Shot from Beaver got deflected around the boards. Auburn coming forward 2-on-2 right now. Parker Brown with it. Quick shot. Marquise knocks it down and plays it over to Jacob Tengy. Tengy now brings it out. Check that. That is Kyle Ware. Just as I say you can't miss him, I missed him. Oh well. James Hatton coming on forward. Quick shot high, and it's got off the stick of Maslow. Popped it above and on the boards behind him. South Carolina keeps it in. This is Kyle Ware once again. Ware drifts in, makes one man miss, then the second guy got his stick on the puck and popped it away. South Carolina will dump back in, begin the forecheck once more. Only two guys in. Nick Wykowiak fighting for the puck. Andrew Inches will get it there, rail it around the boards, but Kyle Ware traps it and keeps it in for the Gamecocks. Puts it right down. Shot was blocked in front by his teammate Brett Topolsky. Check that was Billy Kuriger. Gamecocks will still keep it in. Nick Nard-Slicko runs it around the boards. Kyle Ware retreats to center, now goes back to protect the blue line. Auburn has to play it back, and they'll keep it at their goal line and now come forward. Shot along the boards. Kyle Ware, stick on it then, keeps it in. Nick Wykowiak, quick shot. He misses the cage to the right. Good job by Ware setting up that opportunity. South Carolina really not letting Auburn get away easy with anything.
Yeah, they're being very aggressive on the forecheck and not letting Auburn even get past the blue line right now. And Auburn's just having to try to struggle and just try to clear it out. And right now they still can't even do that.
Nope, once again sent back in. This time by Nard-Slicko once more. Topolsky going after it now. Checked into the boards by Parker Brown. And Auburn now sends it around Inches. Going onto the boards. Carolina keeps it in. Good give and go. Quick shot. And just away. That was by Ian Schneider. Just went to the right side of the cage. Really good look there. South Carolina going tit-tat, boom. Didn't quite get it to go. And now once again, Kyle Ware, a quick wind and fire all the way right at the net. Turned side by Maslow. Auburn's defense gets a couple of new guys on the ice. 7:46 to go here in the first period. Quick shot again from Hickman. It's gloved away. Check that. Sent off the leg pad of Maslow. Carolina keeps it once more. Another shot. This coming from Alec Martone, and Maslow kicks it aside. Back behind the boards. Gamecocks offense unrelenting right now.
Yeah, but I think Maslow's got his feet under him a little bit now. He's definitely looking a lot sharper and stopping a lot more pucks than he was at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, coming forward, South Carolina defense prevents Gray Marquise from taking a slap shot right to the gut. Alec Martone breaking it out the other way, going 2-on-2. He feeds Schneider. Schneider tried to get past Mark Feeney, but Feeney took it away from him. Sent back to center, gloved down by Eric Patterson, and South Carolina is called offside.
That's a huge barrage the Auburn Tigers just took, and I believe they're lucky to get away with that. Several shots on goal, and Maslow's just being a stone wall back there right now, because it could definitely be 4 or 5, maybe even 6-1 right now the way it's going.
Absolutely, Maslow has stepped up. Gotta love what the Gamecocks have been doing offensively. And how about that stretch of time where we didn't have a timeout? That was just guys flying up and down the ice or really flying around the South Carolina offensive zone. Auburn didn't have a ton of opportunities there. They have it for the first time now, and South Carolina takes it right back. Coming on forward now. This is Eric Patterson. Weaves his way between some guys, and the Gamecocks whistle for offside once again.
Yeah, but it looks like the Gamecocks are out there out-skating Auburn right now, just getting the pucks quicker. They're just faster at every facet of the game right now, and Auburn needs to get their skates on them and start working a little harder for those pucks.
Referees will have a little conversation, and the Gamecocks will take that time to get a few more skaters onto the ice. 6:46 left in period number 1, 3-1 South Carolina in this consolation game of the SEC-HC tournament from Antioch, Tennessee. Face-off won by Nick Pizzo in South Carolina. He dumps it down, and Gamecocks will change lines once again. Right off the face-off, Auburn wins it. Now they're coming on out, crossing it up to center ice. Give and go didn't quite work, and the Gamecocks take it back. Billy Kuriger got checked, but still got the puck away to Hatton in time. Hatton makes a man miss, has it, tries to feed Kuriger, went all the way through. Aaron Beaver corrals it on the boards. Gamecocks set up back at the point, Pizzo. Now this is Kuriger Goes backward for a second, then spins around. Comes back toward the goal line. Makes his way almost past Maslow. Instead, loses the puck behind the net. Auburn takes it and clears. Dave McCachren tried to get his stick on it. He could not. McCachren then trying to hustle back. Getting pressure there from Auburn. And it will eventually be won by McCachren. He comes forward, but not a good pass there. Auburn takes it back, and a centering pass was also not good. Tigers might have had a cherry-picking opportunity there. Fight in the far corner. Blake Drummond putting on the pressure for South Carolina. Drummond fighting the puck. Fighting for the puck with Parker Brown. Played it on down. Chris Hickley in from behind. Now South Carolina breaks it out. Here comes James Hatton. Hatton moving forward across the blue line. Got Beaver to the middle. And now tries to feed Beaver. It bounced off his skate. If they had ruled that, in fact, it was off of Beaver's skate, it wouldn't have been a good goal. Puck kept in now. Beaver in front tries to get his stick on it this time. Cannot. Back to the blue line. Gamecocks keep it in, but not for long. Auburn will win it and send back out to center. Topolsky on the way back now. Over to Kyle Ware. And feeds it over to Ropke, who sends it up off of Mike Borst's stick. And it's eventually won by Mark Feeney of Auburn. Off the Auburn boards, back to center, won by Kyle Ware. Gamecocks bringing it forward, just under 5 minutes to go here in the first period. Puck goes high, off towards center. South Carolina better win it, otherwise it'd be a 2-on-1, and they do. Nick Nard-Slicko then taken right back by Auburn. Here comes Carter Rivers with it. Check that, we'll have to confirm who that is in just a moment. Up in front now, Nard-Slicko no good. And now the Gamecocks will corral. Clear towards center, hustling down to get the icing waved off. Instead, it is won by Auburn well before the goal line. Mike Borst, almost a lacrosse-style check, now won by South Carolina, almost in a charge at the net. Nick Wykowiak spins off a man, controls the puck on the boards, plays it up top, Nick Nard-Slicko. Sliding it across, Nard-Slicko tries to center, and it blocked off of an Auburn stick and over off toward the side. Now picked up by Adam Carlson. Carlson crosses the blue line, back pass, good work. Might have a good look, Auburn, quick shot, Marquise says no, and he grabs it and freezes it underneath.
We're going back and forth now. Auburn's starting to get a few more opportunities. South Carolina's getting some opportunities. Looks like this game's shaping up. That should be a good one now. At the very beginning, it looked like it was just going to be a rout by South Carolina.
And still a clean game. Nobody in the box yet. And just as I say that, Kyle Ware is in fact going to the box. So just like that.
Spoke too soon there.
Yeah, evidently I did. 2-minute minor on Kyle Ware. And for the first time today, we will see a power play. That will be for Auburn. South Carolina's penalty kill not effective yesterday against Florida. Really just those Florida forwards almost impossible to stop. And Auburn's quick shot off the face-off will get up into the net and out of play.
Yeah, but for the Florida game, I just believe that those three guys right there, it's pretty hard for anybody to stop on the power play there.
That's a true statement. Even got a shorthanded goal from Zane Katzis because the Gamecocks trying to set up at the point. He was relentless, just got a stick on the puck and charged the other way. Face off once again by the Tigers. They set up their offense. Sent on down, back up top. This is Jackson Reagan. Goes all the way across. Auburn with a quick shot. Marquise didn't see it, and it bounced off high. Actually might have glanced off Marquise's glove from our angle. Couldn't quite tell.
But I think this is actually a pretty important power kill for the Gamecocks. Yesterday, they just couldn't stop anything for Florida, so this could be a confidence booster for them just going forward, just showing that they can still stop teams on the power play.
Auburn will win this face-off and barely keep it in. Gamecocks able to fend that one off just a bit. Now trap it into the corner. Auburn plays it across. Dave McCachren goes to get it, clears it for South Carolina all the way down. Power play a quarter of the way gone. Eric Patterson now wins it on the goal line, trying to provide a little bit of offensive pressure for the Gamecocks. Auburn wins it back. Patterson needs to get back. Auburn beats it going forward, but still doesn't have numbers as Ian Schneider able to get back successfully. Auburn sends it back to the point. Andrew Inch is running it. He plays it on across. Mark Feeney. Feeney with a quick shot. Cleared the crease. All the way off to the other side. Now back to the blue line. Bounces off a couple of players. Now taken by the Gamecocks, set all the way down right at the net mouth. Good look by Brian Soar. Maslow has to be on his game, and he sends it away to his defender. 1 minute left in the man advantage for Auburn. Alec Martone plays it high off the glass, bounces around the boards, picked up by Ian Schneider. Schneider holds the puck for just a second. Now it's taken back by Auburn. Off towards center. Alec Martone is beat. Auburn might have a 3-on now, 3-on-2, and now even a 2-on-3, but drifting in. A quick shot, lazy shot. Marquise just barely got it away off the stick of Sonny McCurrick. Another good look there from that Tiger. And that one bounced off the near post. Gamecocks will pop it on around. Nick Nard-Slicko sends it back, and a quick shot in from Auburn again. Marquise turns to the side of the left side of the net. Now back up to the point. Adam Carlson with it. battling with Alec Martone and sends it back. Gamecocks get a stick on it and clear. Martone trying to hustle down, control the puck. Battling Carlson. Martone goes down, gets right back up, still getting the puck. 13 seconds left for the Gamecocks. Penalty kill. Auburn battling. Alec Martone goes down along the boards, and time is called for just a second with 8 seconds to go in the power play.
That's a good play by Martone, just sticking it down in the corner, just wasting more time, and gives you wasted off those seconds to get Kyle Ware back on the ice and get back to full strength.
At the end of the day, we really didn't see a lot from Alec Martone yesterday. Has a lot of speed. He could have matched Zane Katz, but just in the way that things were set up yesterday, the Gators were winning that battle. Good to see Martone getting back out there and doing what he's done all year, and only a freshman for South Carolina, so a lot of good years coming for him in his Gamecock hockey career.
Yeah, a lot of good freshmen out there for the Gamecocks, looking bright for the future for them. But also, this was a huge penalty kill. It was not completely over, but for Marquise, because we saw 7 goals against him, and he just needs this, obviously, his confidence booster right now. And right now, he looks really good. He's out there stopping that lazy puck, and he's still able to get his pad out and see it. So Marquise, this whole Gamecock team unit right now is just looking really well.
The Gamecocks will win this face-off. Brett Topolsky pops it away. Auburn with a quick shot toward their own blue line, but Kyle Ware out of the box, and a very good penalty kill for South Carolina. Auburn now bringing it up. Adam Carlson with it. Nick Nard-Slicko provides the pressure, sends it on out to center. The Tigers will be there to corral it. Carter Rivers with it here, comes across, bounces it high off of, I believe, the referee. I think that hit the referee in the head, and the referee goes down hard to the ice. Oh, my goodness. That was a tough shot there. Auburn just trying to bounce it down the glass and go. And an official down on the ice here, right on the corner of the blue line. Athletic trainer coming out.
Yeah, I believe it hit him in the knee, and he's grimacing over there and holding his knees. So hopefully he'll be all right.
I think we're going to go ahead and take a short break up here. We'll be back with you. And we're certainly wishing well to the official right now. You're watching South Carolina hockey on the Capital City Sports Network.
High Wire Ice is a state-of-the-art extreme trampoline park featuring a 20,000 square foot continuous jumping field. And Olympic-sized foam pits with over 90,000 cubes of foam. Your heart will be pumping as you try to slay Mac the Dragon, one of the largest ninja obstacle courses in the U.S. The Dragon features a Cirque du Soleil trapeze bar, multiple silks, a rock wall, vertical climbs, slack lines, swinging bridges, and leaps of faith monkey bars. It's an incredible agility course. The park also has a dodgeball arena, dunkable basketball hoops above trampolines, and a designated kiddie jump area with foam pits. Plus, there's a designated birthday party area, as well as a mezzanine for parents to watch their children jump down below. And don't forget, Club High Wire Ice will be the destination of choice for anyone 15 years and older on Friday and Saturday nights from 8 to 11 p.m., featuring state-of-the-art boom sound, black lighting, and lasers that will beat to the music. All located at Plex Indoor Sports in Irmo, the home of Gamecock hockey. High Wire. Fly high.
Welcome back to the Ford Ice Center, everybody. Thankfully, the official is up. We have missed about 30 seconds of game time, and we're thankful for that. Didn't expect it to be as short of a delay it was, but we're glad that it was. And the Gamecocks now with it. Kyle Ware sends it over to Brett Topolsky. Now going around, Mike Borst was trying to get to the puck. Auburn instead wins it. Now goes back up toward the blue line, won by Adam Carlson. He comes forward across the center ice and sends it down. Kyle Ware just gets his hand up in the air, gloves it right back down. Now Ware trying to put on the gas. Here comes Kyle Ware, makes a couple men miss. He's got Kuriger in the center if he can get there, and it hits the deck along with a Tiger compatriot. And now Auburn wins it and comes back out, goes 2-on-2 across into the neutral zone. Now into the offensive zone. This is Mark Feeney with it. Feeney drives on Marquise, and he beats Marquise for the goal. Feeney just turned it the other way after Kyle Ware made a similar rush the other way, but Feeney went all the way down, beat Marquise over the right shoulder. It's 3-2.
And Brett, like you said, Kyle Ware made the rush, and he couldn't get back on time, and that forced the forward to have to defend, and sometimes those forwards just aren't willing to get up on the shooters, and that time the forward was defending the shooter, and he got the goal. And as much as I love Kyle Ware and his aggressiveness, sometimes he gets a little too far down there, and when he makes a mistake or turns it over, then it's bad news for the Gamecocks.
So Auburn, after finding themselves in a 3-0 hole, they get 2 goals back here. 40 seconds left here in the first period. South Carolina still with that 1-goal lead and trying to keep it that way for the remainder of the first period. Really a very good game of hockey we're seeing right here. Blake Drummond loses it at center ice. And now going back after it into the corner, Dave Cochran, he picks it up. 20 seconds to go here in period number 1. Comes on around. Taken by South Carolina, set up towards center. Here comes Eric Patterson moving forward. Patterson lays it on behind, was looking for Ropke or Pizzo. Ropke will eventually get there and keep it in. Sends it down to Pizzo, 6 seconds, 5 seconds toward the center. Dave Cochran couldn't get his down on his stick. Plays it toward Patterson. Patterson behind, might have a quick wraparound opportunity. It's turned away off the skate of Andrew Inches. And I believe that will end the period. I think the clock went down to 0, went back up to 2.5 seconds all of a sudden, but that will be it for period number 1 as both teams set to clear the ice. What a fantastic period of hockey we've seen so far.
Yeah, Brett, it's huge. And you saw right there, Eric Patterson got nailed. And a couple of the players for South Carolina was bickering with the Auburn, so we could see this aggressiveness and intensity picking right back up from before. And I'm interested to see what comes out of this in the second period.
Most definitely, and we'll break all of this down in a bit more detail in the first period intermission report and then let you know where we think we are going from here. South Carolina 3, Auburn 2, your score after 1. Come on back with us for the intermission report next on the Capital City Sports Network.
Do you feel the buzz?
Welcome back to the Fordyce Center, everybody. I'm Brett Williams alongside Robert McCachren. Thanks for being with us today on the Capital City Sports Network. We are at the first period intermission report between South Carolina and Auburn. The Gamecocks leading the Tigers 3-2 after one. A fantastic period of hockey that we saw. South Carolina got up to a 3-0 lead after 3 goals in just over 4 minutes. Fantastic job all around from the guys. Really offensive pressure throughout that period. Goals coming from Kyle Ware and Aaron Beaver. And let me see who that last one is. I apologize for that. Mike Borst also had a goal in that one, but overall South Carolina just really kept the pressure up for the entire first period and created some good chances and some good goals.
Yeah, just team play was huge out there. They were passing around, just having fun out there. The defensemen were getting involved, and everybody was just out there scoring, but then took a little bit of a turn, and the Gamecocks took the pedal off. Like I said, the defensemen were getting aggressive. In the last part of the game, they were getting a little too aggressive out there, and we saw Kyle Ware go all the way down behind the goal, and then Auburn stole the puck, got a turnover, and went down and got a quick goal. And forwards, they love to play hockey, but they don't love to play defense sometimes. And we saw that he didn't pressure the shooter, and the shooter got it right up above Marquise, and now we got a 3-2 game.
Yeah, a couple different goals for Auburn. The one of them coming on a guy who was wrapping around from behind the net and just fed Chris Hickley in front. Gamecocks lost that man. He beat Gray Marquise there, and then after Kyle Ware tried that rush the other way, Mark Feeney came back, beat Marquise to the shoulder, ended up giving Auburn a 3-2 deficit now. So coming back in, but the good thing for the Gamecocks to definitely build on into the second period is the fact that they never really let their foot off the gas. Again, maybe a little bit over aggressive, but I think that's something that can be taught a little bit more, fixed a little bit more easily than could say something like letting it off and letting easy goals in.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely playing really hard. I mean, Maslow's made several great saves. This game could be worse. Gamecocks should have 5-6 goals, but he's really been stopping the puck really well. And Auburn seemed to have gotten their footing under them a little bit more after, from what happened at the very beginning of the game. So it's going to be a really well even matched game now. I believe we're in for a good game.
Absolutely. Going to be an interesting second period and third period, and a whole lot of action coming to you from the SEC-HC tournament. Once again, the winner of this game takes 5th place in the conference officially and has a little bit of a resume boost going into the ACHA tournament. Certainly hope the Gamecocks can get to that one. They could use the win today. It is South Carolina 3 and Auburn 2. We're going to take another break. When we get back, we'll have second period action for you here from just outside Nashville on the Capital City Sports Network.
I wasn't scared about this on my own.
starts now. And we have a special guest today, TJ Miller.
Thanks for having me, man.
Scene 2, take 1. Scene 3, shot 9.
Scene 1, shot 1, take 2.
Welcome back to the Fordyce Center in Antioch, Tennessee, everybody. Brett Williams and Robert McCachren here with you as we get ready to start the second period of action between your South Carolina Gamecocks and the Auburn Tigers. It is 3-2 South Carolina, a great first period. I'm going to be watching for a couple things in the second period. We only saw one penalty in the entire first 20 minutes, but have a feeling that might change.
Yeah, right there at the end of the period, we saw Patterson get hit by an Auburn player. Then as the Auburn and South Carolina players are going back to their respective locker rooms, South Carolina and Auburn players were bickering back and forth a little bit. Kyle Ware, we saw him get in the mix there, so the aggression and intensity could pick up. We could see a lot more penalties.
And the other thing we'll be watching as the puck gets dropped and we are underway in the second period is Eric Patterson. He already has the Gamecock career record in both assists and points overall. And there's a big check at center ice, as you mentioned that, Robert. Auburn trying to play it without a stick. But Eric Patterson needs only one goal to tie Andrew Swint, class of 2013, for the all-time record of goals, and 2 to break it. This will be a good time to do it. Nick Wykowiak drives on Maslow, pops it away. Maslow gets spun around, ends up getting the puck aside, however, and it's won back by Auburn, and the Tigers will clear.
Yeah, Brett, we can definitely see the Gamecocks and Auburn Tigers both, just the intensity is picking up. There's much more checks and a lot more physical aggression right here.
Wykowiak really trying to drift around at center. Had a good look there. Now coming forward, South Carolina wins it right back and then loses control of the puck. It goes back across the neutral zone, and Dave Cochran will eventually get back to it defensively. Auburn couldn't control it. Coming forward, Gamecocks 3-on-1 rush. Quick shot, Martone. Maslow blocked it down. Puck is in front. No Gamecock was there. Auburn going to get it and take it out. That was one of the best looks the Gamecocks have had, and it didn't go.
Yeah, great look by South Carolina. I believe instead of keeping the puck, he definitely should have passed if one of those players would have had a wide open net.
Auburn now drifting forward. Quick shot on Marquise, and they score. Andrew Inches, the all-SEC first-team defenseman, ends up equalizing this game offensively, as Auburn really had a very similar situation to what just developed down there. It's the second time we've seen that. South Carolina, great look, but Auburn cashes in on the backside.
Yeah, they definitely did. Great team play there. Something South Carolina should have done the other end. They just passed the puck, got the wide open net, and now we got a 3-3 game on our hands.
South Carolina was up 3-0 here, less than 7 minutes in. But Auburn, although they didn't have quite a burst that Florida did yesterday with those 4 goals in about a 6-minute stretch, they have still found their way to tie this game back up. Time of that goal just over a minute into the period. And Kyle Ware now back up at center. Now sends it down across the blue line. Auburn wins it back. Tigers lose it for a second. Now jump it on in. Trying to start the forecheck, really nobody there. So Gray Marquise will leave it for Nick Nard-Slicko, and the Gamecocks will bring it on out. Now send it on forward. Eric Patterson going after it. Got a Gamecock in front. That's Zach Ropke. Ropke's going to go down and pick it up instead as Patterson hits the deck. Good centering thought by Kuriger. And couldn't for a second. Now dumped on down. Auburn going to bring it out and send towards center. Bounced off of a Gamecock stick. Now picked up by Brian Soar. Bounced off the skate of Kyle Ware. And around James Hatton took a hard hit down.
Delayed penalty, Brett. I believe he was tripping right there. The Auburn player got his stick under his skate.
Think so. Hatton's slow to get on his feet, but now he is on his feet. And the whistle blows, so we will have a penalty call going against Auburn. Gray Marquise was all the way to the bench. And we're going to take a second to go live down to the sideline. And Claudia Chikamian has a report from the locker room.
I spoke to Billy Kuriger after the first intermission, and he said offensively they're just trying to keep the puck out of their zone as much as possible. But the Auburn scored 3 unanswered goals, and they need to change something up. As far as the defensive side goes, Gamecocks are playing without Julian DePaulo today, which is a big issue on the leadership side for the Gamecocks. Really is affecting their morale on the team not having him there, so they're trying to do everything they can to keep the scores up. Back to you guys. Thanks.
Thank you, Claudia. Yeah, definitely a loss there in DePaulo, but the Gamecocks really been playing overall pretty well, all things considered. We got to find a way to get off this schneid of allowing 3 straight Tiger goals. But they have a power play opportunity here as Parker Brown was sat down for tripping a 2-minute minor. And the Gamecocks with a quick shot. Maslow blocked it down. The Auburn Tigers will clear.
Yeah, Brett, we talked about this before about the aggression and stuff, and Auburn came out, and they came out, got a penalty real quick, so we're definitely going to see if more penalties, I'm believing, in this period than we did in the first.
Gamecocks take it. Alec Martone coming up from behind, tries to feed the center. Schneider, puck is lost in the middle. Tangy comes away with it, fires it again, and Maslow will get it in trap. Maslow getting stronger and stronger, it seems, as this game goes on.
Yeah, Brett, he's definitely gaining much more confidence than when he had in the first period. Each stop he gets, it seems his confidence is growing, and he's definitely keeping Auburn in this game right now. It could be much worse.
Right now, this is the first power play South Carolina has faced on the day.
Auburn unable to cash in on their first power play they had the first period. And very clean game we've seen so far. Aggressive but clean. It's kind of hockey you like to see. Gamecocks waiting, stalling here. Now send it back to the point. Kyle Ware lays it on down, picked up by Alec Martone. Martone drifts in, went for the crossbar, instead just went a little bit high, ended up in the nets, and time is called.
Yeah, Brett, just I was talking about at the very beginning of the intermission, very beginning of the game, excuse me. Gamecocks come out with 4 forwards, and then Kevin Ware, who almost counts as a forward with his goal scoring ability, so being very aggressive on this power plays, and we've got to see how Auburn can handle it and deal with it.
Taking the face off right now for the Gamecocks is Billy Kurger. Eric Patterson waiting at the point. Kyle Ware is back. Brett Topolsky down, as well as James Hatton complete the personnel for South Carolina. Gamecocks win the face off. Ware drifts to the point, lays it on down for Topolsky. Now back up top, Ware. Now drives to drop it in toward Hatton. It deflected off the stick of one Tiger. Now Hatton has it. Over toward the boards, back up top, Eric Patterson. Patterson hesitates, now fires it in. It just goes wide of the cage to the right side. Hatton tries to get there. Auburn will clear it out of the way. Auburn might have a chance for a counter. Here goes Chris Hickley. He's going to win the puck for a second, but then leave it on for Kyle Ware and come on out. 37 seconds left in the power play for South Carolina. Good feed ahead to Eric Patterson. He goes into the offensive zone. Patterson drifting in, has Brett Topolsky waiting in the center. Instead goes around the boards to Billy Kurger. Kurger down to the far side corner, clears the referee. Now goes back up top, Hatton. Hatton comes on inside, passes Hickley. Now looking to center, Kyle Ware is waiting for the wrap. Hatton didn't get the pass off. Now goes around to the side, quick shot from Schneider, no good. Schneider clears it for a second, right back to Kyle Ware, who shoots. Maslow wasn't ready, but it went left of the cage. Now here comes Patterson, back up top. Feeds it over to Ware, right side. Ware the wind and fire, but he ended up just sending it off to the side. Now here comes Patterson, right over to Ware again. Ware settled it down, slap shot, no. Bounced off the stick of his teammate Schneider in front.
Delayed penalty, I believe it's going to be on the goalie. He gripped the stick out of a South Carolina player's Gamecock's hand. As soon as that penalty gets over, another penalty for the Auburn Tigers.
Good opportunity for South Carolina. A pretty good looking power play. Auburn's defense did just enough to stop it. But now it looks like Auburn's going to have to play man down once again. And we'll see who goes ahead and serves this.
I always gotta love it, Brett. Goalies always get a little aggressive, but then one of the other players has to take it for them, and I'm sure the goalies just love that.
Well, at least the goalies know that they can make up for it right on the spot. They try to shut the team down. And it looks like, of course, Frank Maslow officially charged with that penalty. Still nobody in the box for Auburn. We'll see exactly who goes off the ice to serve this. And somebody's actually going to go off the bench and over to the penalty box. That's going to be Chris Hickley, who scored 1 goal earlier. So for the Gamecocks, not a bad player to be on the bench for Auburn.
Yeah, but I always think it's kind of interesting as a coach. Like, who do you tell to, hey, you go to the penalty box because someone else did something?
That's a true statement. Gamecocks are going to win this face-off. Had a little trouble controlling it. Now they get it up top. This is Ropke. Ropke sends it toward the center. Was looking for Alec Martone, and the pass got through. Now Martone wrapping it around. Martone, quick shot on the wrister. No good. And another looks like another penalty coming from behind. And Marquis going off to the bench. Gamecocks are going to go 5-on-3 here in just a moment.
I believe the ref said it was for tripping. I believe as he gets a little cut. But this is huge for the Gamecocks now. Being on a 5-on-3 for the next minute 38, and then a 5-on-4 for the remaining seconds after that. So
and how about this?
Need to cash in on this.
Both of the goal scorers now in the box, Chris Hickley and Mark Feeney. So that can help the Gamecocks, and now they really need to cash in on a 5-on-3. As so far Auburn has had a lot of momentum for a while. It hasn't necessarily manifested itself on the ice because the Gamecocks really haven't let up. But at the same time, Auburn scored 3 straight, and a good way to start killing a 5-on-3 is winning the face-off, but Auburn cannot clear it. Eric Patterson sends it on a cross. Send back up Ropke, now up to the top Patterson. Patterson and Ropke back and forth. Ropke hesitates, now he fires. Maslow gets the left glove out and hauls it in. Big stop for the goalie once more.
Yeah, Maslow's just been stonewalling the Gamecocks now. Like we've been saying all along multiple times, Maslow's the reason Auburn is still in this game, and it's not worse than it is. But I like the Gamecocks' patience. They're not just firing pucks in the net, they're trying to wait for their opportunities, and that was a good shot attempt by Gamecocks.
Face off won by Martone. Ropke now to Patterson, drifts in, he fires. Maslow again slams that left glove out and hauls it.
Yeah, Maslow's just stopping everything right now. The Gamecocks are just going to have to keep firing those pucks on net. Hopefully they can get a good opportunity and get a goal.
Gamecocks really have had to face their share of good goalies all season long. Fred Bourret of Florida, Ryan Kellenberger of Vanderbilt, just to name a few. Drew Tavaroni, Coastal Carolina, they've had some good ones. And they found ways to beat each of those teams. Actually went 1-1 in the regular season against all 3 of those teams. And then, of course, as we mentioned, did lose to Florida here yesterday. Sending it on up into the neutral zone. Puck battle ensues. Eric Patterson brings it out. 1 minute remaining in the first of the 2 penalties, so at 5-on-3 for another 60 seconds for the Gamecocks. Eric Patterson sends it on around to the right side. Quick shot coming in. Maslow lost it. It bounced over him. Schneider turns to the rebound. It was turned away by an Auburn defenseman. Schneider just couldn't get there in time. About a split second earlier, that would have been an easy goal. Schneider now brings it out, sends up to Ropke up top, feeds over Patterson. Quick shot. It goes deflected high off the boards, and it rolls around all the way back up toward the blue line, picked up by Ian Schneider. Schneider drifts in, now sends on a cross. Ropke fanned on the one-timer, then wins it right back for a second. Auburn takes it. They'll try to clear it backhand, and they do. Sonny McCulloch gets rid of it, and another 24 seconds of the 5-on-3 to come as Auburn quickly changes line. South Carolina with a nice through pass. Coming forward now, feeding it across. This is Brett Topolsky. Tries to center it. Good job by Armin Giro getting over and deflecting that pass. Brett Topolsky now quickly comes back out. One-timer, quick shot, they score! Ian Schneider right off the assist from Topolsky off to the side, and the Gamecocks have the lead back for the first time in a little while.
Yeah, Brett, like I was talking about, that patience. They were slowly moving the puck around side to side, making an Auburn defense move until they got the shot they wanted, and Topolsky got the shot he wanted and got the goal. Great job by the Gamecocks there on the power play. The thing is, they're still on another 30-second power play for the earlier offense, so they'll still be 5-on-4 for a little bit, so hopefully the Gamecocks can cash in again and make this a 2-goal game again.
Zach Ropke with the goal there. Brett Topolsky on the assist. A pair of seniors there working to get some pucks in the net for the Gamecocks. And now a face-off coming toward the center, or at the center, I should say. Billy Kerger loses the face-off for the Gamecocks. Now sent on down. Nick Nardslicko given the second assist there. He'll return next year for the Gamecocks. 6 seniors on the roster for South Carolina: Patterson, DePaulo, Ropke, Kerriger, Topolsky, and Gray Marquise. Now Gamecocks settling up top, 6 seconds left in what is now just a normal 5-on-4. Nardslicko sends it down. Picked up Topolsky, quick shot. Maslow deflects it off to the side, and the penalty box is clear, but the Gamecocks cash in when they need to. Hatton almost got another one, and then sent it on around. Quick shot again. Maslow, puck goes bouncing behind him and almost went in and just skipped away out of the crease. Gamecocks with the lead back and the energy still there. Now drifting out toward the blue line. Sent on a cross. Nick Nardslicko near side. Nardslicko plays it in. It bounced off an Auburn defenseman up front. Tigers coming on the counter. They got 4-on-3. Dumped in. Marquise has to be careful. That one went straight to the crease. He sends it on behind. Out of the way of the Tigers. Now picked up in the corner by James Hatton. Slams it down right toward center. Glove down by Billy Kerriger. Kerriger comes forward. He's got Topolsky in front. He fires. Maslow snatches it out of the air and then rolls over to protect it. Maslow thankfully didn't let that one through.
Yeah, Brady's been solid. The only let up he had was on a 5-on-3, which is, I guess it's a little understandable being down 2 men, but other than that, that glove hand has been really fast and it's quick for them.
Boy, that was close right there. Really good look. Billy Kerriger had Brett Topolsky in the center, and he said just took the shot and almost found it. Would have been another one of those cage rattlers going off the bar in, kind of working the whole part of the net. Face-off won by Nick Wykowiak. Nick Pizzo falls down and basically chip shots that one into the net.
Yeah, Brett, Gamecocks are still keeping the pressure on the Auburn Tigers right now, and Maslow's doing all he can to stay strong in there. But the Auburn Tigers defense, I feel like the defense definitely needs to help him out a little bit. Can't just let him do it all on his own.
Is there such a thing as an ice wedge? Is it a sand wedge? But that's what that looks
so.
like.
I mean, got a little 6 iron out there. Get a long shot for Kyle Ware.
Like that 5 wood. Anyway,
the driver for him, I believe.
That's probably very fair. Gamecocks gloving it down in the front, and they send it up top. This is Dave Cochran, all the way across to the bench. Jacob Tangy, quick shot. Maslow, it bounced off of his stick and then bounced right of the cage. Now battle ensues in the corner. Back up toward the blue line. Picked up for a second by Cochran. He feeds down, and the Tigers going to take it out. Good move there all the way around by Feeney. He brings it out, passes it forward to his teammate Charlie Stejskal, and it's won right back for a second by the Gamecocks. Ware sends it down right at the center. Eric Patterson has it. Gamecocks now 3-on-2, leaves it behind. Nick Pizzo, quick shot, no good. Off to the right side as Maslow turned it away. Pizzo wins it right back, and then taken back by Stejskal. He can't clear it though. Gamecocks keep it in, and the shot got through a couple of men, and once again found its home in Maslow's glove.
Right, that is great vision by Kyle Ware. Just lobbing it over to Eric Patterson, creating a 3-on-2, and almost unheard of or seen a defenseman make passes like that and even have the vision to see that. And great job by Kyle Ware seeing that and giving the Gamecocks another opportunity.
Face-off is won by Auburn. The Tigers bring it out, but ended up playing the puck right into the Gamecocks bench.
I mean, they did technically bring it out, just out of the arena. So.
Yes, they did. 11:26 to go here in the second period. Once again, South Carolina leads it 4-3. We are at the South Rink here at the Fordyce Center, over on the North Rink behind us. At last check, it was the first intermission in the other consolation game, the 7th place game. The Ole Miss Rebels leading the LSU Tigers 4-0. We'll keep you posted with scores on that as we come. Now sending all along, Auburn bringing it up. Quick centering pass, good job in front by Nick Nard-Slicko, clearing that one out of the way. Gamecocks might have a counter here. They got a 4-on-2 developing and lost the puck. Alec Bartone couldn't get it on a stick in time and then sent it back behind the boards the other way. Picked up by Auburn. Carter Rivers playing it out. Jacob Tengy spins around after a big check into the boards. I think that's going to be a penalty call.
Might be, I don't know why, but it looked like a clean hit to me, but we saw yesterday in the Florida game as well, like another clean hit. Referees just trying to make sure to keep things stay under control.
That penalty is going to be charged on Brian Soar.
Yeah, just how I was about to compliment him as well. He was going on that 4-on-2, but realized it was about to break down, so he stepped back into the defensive role. With that hit, he goes back to the penalty box. So, a huge penalty kill for the Gamecocks now, only being up by 1 goal.
Interference officially the call there. Happened right in front of the Gamecocks bench. I guarantee you none of them thought it was a penalty-worthy hit.
Well, anytime it's on your team, it's never a penalty for your team.
State. Auburn wins the face-off, now tries to control at the point. It's tapped in for a second. James Hatton trying to win the puck back for South Carolina, and he cannot. Auburn has to retreat back to the blue line, but they do get it and keep it in the zone. Quick shot went well wide. Now back up top, Andrew Inches has a goal today. Plays it on across. Inches with a one-timer and way off the mark, way to the right of the cage. He's running the point now with Mark Feeney. Feeney comes in, quick hard shot. It bounced off of a couple of players all the way around the boards. Inches will keep it in. Send it on down. Big check there. Joe Richard wins the puck for Auburn, brings it toward the goal line, feeds inside, and a shot is deflected away. Parker Brown had a good look, and a Gamecock defenseman in front said no. Glove down by Inches, but he has to retreat.
Yeah, great defense by the Gamecocks, but there's so many sticks and bodies out there to make sure that the shot didn't even get to Marquise.
Here come the Tigers going forward, but not for long. Gamecocks, and the Tigers right back will keep it in. Quick shot, really good coverage in front. Parker Brown was blocking Gray Marquise, and that would have been in if Parker Brown had made contact with it. He missed. South Carolina trying to win it at their own blue line, cannot. Auburn comes forward. Drifting on, Adam Carlson leaves it behind it for Sonny McCurrick. McCurrick now back to Feeney. Feeney settles it down, sends it right back to McCurrick. Drifts up. Feeney looks ready for the one-timer. Instead, he goes down toward the goal line. Back up top now, Inches. Andrew Inches hesitates, comes forward, fires, blocked up in front. Jacob Tengy let his body go that time and slammed the puck away. Good work by Tengy. A forward now on the defensive side doing work.
Yeah, definitely. That's huge for your team if you can get your forwards involved well on the defensive side, almost like the Rangers, just everybody's throwing their bodies out there blocking pucks. Great defense by the Gamecocks.
Toward the blue line now, Auburn still trying to win the puck. Gamecocks providing a nice pressure to it. 12 seconds left in the penalty kill for South Carolina. It's trapped underneath, and the Gamecocks cannot get it out of the zone. Jacob Tengy is all over the place right now defensively, now battling 2 Tigers, one by South Carolina, and then a whistle with 1 second left in the power play for Auburn as Tengy lost his helmet. And if I'm the Gamecocks, I'm slamming my stick along the boards for Jacob Tengy. That was a heck of a penalty kill for the Gamecocks forward.
Great penalty kill by the Gamecocks, just laying their bodies out of the line. One time Auburn had a great chance with a wide open net, but Gamecock players were in the way. I would say it was a pretty solid penalty, I mean not penalty kill, but pretty solid power play for the Auburn Tigers. They could have just gotten some of those shots on net, so many of those shots going wide that really didn't affect Marquise at all.
Face-off is won by the Tigers. Jackson Reagan coming across. Quick shot by, Tengy was coming off the bench and just trying to slash Auburn from behind, slash the puck away, I should say. Nonetheless, as Gamecocks clear it out of the way and kill off their second penalty of the day. And now, fight for it on the near side boards right in front of the blue line. Eventually sent around, Tigers win it. Now popping it on up. One at the blue line for a second. Aaron Beaver tried to spin around and go one on Maslow. He could not. Now coming forward, puck is blocked by a Gamecock. Adam Carlson thought he might have an easy opportunity to go, but could not. And now cleared all the way around the boards for a second. Auburn, if it just had hit his skate, it would have kept it in the zone. Instead, he jumped over it. Tigers have to retreat. Now they send it down. Sonny McCurk flicked his stick in the air to try to knock it down. Now he goes after Brett Topolsky, misses him and the puck.
Nick Pizzo will send it all the way out the other way, and that should be icing. No, they wave it off. Side referee waves it off after the main referee said it will put his hand up. Auburn, good moves defensively, now feeds it forward, Will Rodell. Rodell across, looking for inches. Sent all the way back towards center again. Mark Feeney now bounces off the stick, skate of a Gamecock. Here goes Nick Pizzo. Pizzo one-on-one with Maslow. He gets saved down, now tries to feed Patterson from behind. Patterson spins around, can't get his stick on the puck. Loses it out the other way. Now Kyle Ware with it. Gamecocks really had a good look there. Ware feeds the center. Couple of players going for it. Pizzo spins around. Back shot, no. Behind the net, Zach Ropke with it. Ropke feeds up top. Duncan Hickman at the point. Slides it across Kyle Ware. Settles down. Quick shot inside. Patterson tries to clean it up. No good. Trying for that career tie. He couldn't get it. Now goes down. Puck is underneath Patterson. Everybody looking for it. Kyle Ware battling a Tiger for it. And Auburn eventually will get it up to the blue line and bring it out. Now they send it forward. Rodell. Shot all the way across. Referee had to duck out of the way of that one. And Kyle Ware now with the puck. Wins it, brings it across the blue line. Good job by Kyle Ware, avoiding turning it over defensively. Ropke feeds Patterson. Patterson drifting in, now goes up top. Pizzo settles it down. Blocked up, now Ware, spin around, shot, they score! Kyle Ware spins around after Pizzo feeds him in front, and he gives the Gamecocks a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, Brett, great play by the Gamecocks. Kyle Ware's such a big body, almost just used a basketball play and just boxed him out and then got the turnaround shot. And Gamecocks now up by 2 goals. And like we said, you gotta love it when your defensemen get a little bit of aggression and go forward, and that's what Kyle Ware did, and you got another goal for the Gamecocks.
Time of that goal coming 13-14, and credit to South Carolina for going up 3-0, ceding 3 goals unanswered from Auburn, and then eventually answering them with 2 more, and they're back on top by a pair of goals.
Yeah, huge response by the Gamecocks.
South Carolina controlling it now in front of the Auburn bench, going on across, taken up top. Here comes James Hatton skating on forward. Hatton loses it. Eventually it's taken by Parker Brown of Auburn. Plays it on. He drops Aaron Beaver in the process. Eric Patterson continues to increase in the ranks all time of points and assists. Now Auburn going the other way. Quick shot. No, they miss. Around the back. Again, Patterson already the record holder coming into today. A Gamecock career all time in both points and assists. And he's credited with the 2nd assist there. So that will be another point, another mark that will be hard to beat moving forward for future Gamecocks. Nonetheless, Gamecocks battling for it behind the net. Going after it now in the corner, won by one of the Tigers. And now sent up, James Hatton wins it at the bench. Hatton coming forward, going one on everybody, and misses off a Maslow backed up behind the glass. Going after it now. A couple players fighting for it along the boards. It's won by Auburn, now played towards center, and taken back by Blake Drummond. He backhands it all the way down. Andrew Inch is going after it in the corner. Mike Borst comes after him, but Inches will send it out of the way. Auburn coming forward across the neutral zone. They dump forward. Blake Drummond going after it. Drummond pursued hard by Evan Barber. They now send all the way around. Auburn will have to clear the zone for a second as Adam Carlson tries to center it, or tries to settle it down at center, I should say. And Mike Borst with it now for South Carolina. Auburn really couldn't generate anything off of that possession. And Carolina will get it out to center once again. Nick Wykowiak misses his man. Auburn comes forward. Good work by Mark Feeney. Feeney with a quick shot. Marquise blocked it up off his chest and sent off to the right side. Everybody lost the puck for a second. Duncan Hickman will find it. Send it all the way across. Blake Drummond loses it. Blake Drummond almost put it Auburn on a silver platter right in front of Marquise. Gamecocks lucky that didn't happen. Mark Feeney. And spun around now. Auburn tries to play it all the way across. They do successfully, waiting up in front. Good pass. Good leave on behind. Auburn really trying to set up on some fancy passing. Had a good look from McCurrick. Now McCurrick going after it again. Feeding down. Now sends it back up top. One-timer shot. A lot of people in front, but Marquise got his left leg on it, kicked it aside. Now toward the center, over across the blue line. Auburn loses in the neutral zone. Here's an odd man rush for South Carolina. Mike Borst coming forward. Borst, quick shot. Maslow pops it up in the air and no good. Now in front. And won once again by Auburn. Adam Carlson taking it on out. Plays it off the South Carolina bench. Now a quick shot coming in. It bounced off an Auburn defenseman, and Maslow had to reach up and snag it. And he plays it down to his defenseman. Sends forward, and Auburn will just take this moment to retreat and get fresh skaters on the ice. 3:49 to go here in the period. South Carolina bringing it out. Sending it on down off the skate of Alec Martone, now going after it. This is going to be Ian Schneider. Martone lays into a Tiger. And
Now they slide it all the way. Going all the way back to Gray Marquise and whistle for icing.
There's a lot of back and forth action going on here between the Tigers and Gamecocks right here. Both teams getting several opportunities and just missing on them. The goalies right now are standing strong for both teams right now.
So far, the goalies have been doing their fair share of work, really just seeing an overall very solid fundamental hockey game from both sides.
Definitely, Brett, the teams just out there skating and playing and just trying to get a win for their team.
What you want to see in a conference tournament. Got to give these teams credit because very easy to have a hangover in a consolation game like this. Gamecocks took a tough loss to Florida. Auburn got shut out by Georgia, but both of these teams clearly recognize the meaning of this game. They're playing to win. Got to love to see that from these two squads. Gamecocks center it now. Back up top, Jacob Tangy. Tangy hesitates. He was ready to whip that one. Now Blake Drummond shoots it toward the inside. Alec Martone ended up blocking the shot, I believe, unintentionally. Puck scoots up in front of Maslow. Gamecocks can't get a stick on it. Now they eventually do. They keep it in. Dave Cochran sends it around the boards. Gamecocks going 1-on-3 there, and no good. Tigers will clear it on out. A whistle from behind.
Gamecocks seems to be going on a penalty power play again, so good for them.
He's almost all the way to the bench.
Yeah. So now we're going to see that aggressive line, I believe, again for the Gamecocks, where they have those full forwards and Kyle Ware out there again. So Auburn's definitely going to be wary of that, make sure they shut that down, and make sure they don't get down to another 3-goal deficit like they were at the very beginning of the game.
Just over 17 minutes gone in the period, and Joe Richard called for that penalty. He's the fourth Tiger to go to the box in this period. Cross check, officially the call there. James Hatton skates it over up to the point. Now leaves off for Eric Patterson. Patterson feeds the center. Kyle Ware, spin around shot. Maslow blocked in front. Gamecocks trying to poke check. Maslow will haul it in, and Kyle Ware will get out of the way as he is potentially getting a little aggressive there going toward the goaltender.
Yeah, most definitely. Like great opportunities for the Gamecocks. We're not getting shots on net, just like Coach Roy said they needed to do, and they're definitely doing that right now. And I can definitely see the next few minutes the Gamecocks scoring another goal.
Another opportunity here with the face-off coming to the left side of Maslow. It is won by the Tigers eventually. Will they be able to control it? No. Gamecocks take it. Back up toward the blue line. This is Eric Patterson, slides it on over to James Hatton. Now back up top, Patterson. Patterson hesitates, leaves it on the other side, Kyle Ware. Ware all the way across off the foot of Hatton. And won eventually by Carlson, but the Gamecocks really trying to fight him for the puck. Hatton will come away with it. Good work by James Hatton. Up top, Eric Patterson at the point. Settling it down, goes over to Hatton right side. Hatton fires, and Maslow there as normal to grab it high.
Yeah, Brett, I feel like Auburn, you got to be really wary of everyone on the ice right now when you have Patterson and Kyle Ware up there. The shot from the point can just be like a sniper or one-timer for them from way back there with their range.
Seeing some decent coverage in front. Probably Auburn's done that a little bit better down on the other side, so Maslow's maybe had a little bit better vision than Marquise just based on his position of his defenseman.
Yeah, I definitely think they should get more by. I would definitely wouldn't mind seeing Soar right there in front of the big body Swords in front of the goalie.
Ware sends it back up to Patterson, now all the way across. Schneider drifts in. There, Ian Schneider's shot is blocked by Carlson, who lost his stick and corrals it as the Gamecocks get the puck back. Patterson drifts in, quick shot, bounced off of the skate of Sonny McCurrick. And now taken by the Gamecocks behind. Kyle Ware feeds Eric Patterson in front. Patterson shoots, and it's blocked off by Maslow's glove off to the right side. Alec Martone in front. Another penalty seems to be called. Marquise going to the bench again, and Auburn touches up. And for another 39 seconds, we're going to see the second 5-on-3 today for the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Yeah, this is huge for South Carolina right now. It's great for them, and really got to see if they can capitalize on this. We've already seen them score on a 5-on-3 before, so definitely want to see the Gamecocks get another goal on the board before the period ends.
Second penalty of the day going against number 6, Mark Feeney. The last time he was in the box, the Gamecocks cashed in. Officially elbowing the call there, and the Gamecocks 1 for 4 on the penalty, on the power play today. One of those being on a 5-on-3, and they'll have their second 5-on-3 look here. Alec Martone sent out of the face-off circle. Ian Schneider will replace him. We have 1:32 remaining in the second period. 39 seconds of a 5-on-3 for South Carolina. Won by Zach Ropke, feeds it on back. Sent on across Eric Patterson. Patterson comes in, now sends up to Kyle Ware at the point. Ware leaves it on for Schneider. Back up to Ware, one-timer, and it's blocked away. into the far corner. Here comes Eric Patterson at the blue line. Now Ware up top. Back to Patterson again. Back to Ware again. Ware to Patterson. They go back and forth. Now he leaves it down for another guy. Coming up, that's Martone. Now all the way across, Patterson. Ware leaves it down for Schneider. Gamecock's got to get a shot up here. 11 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Sends it over Patterson to Ware. Ware drifts in, fires. Ware, he scores! Kyle Ware once again on the 5-on-3. That's the second time. And that's a hat trick for Kyle Ware. He had the first goal of this game. 58 seconds left in the second period, and the Gamecocks' 3-goal lead has returned.
Yeah, Brad, you can tell he had that confidence. He was wanting it off with that power play and took a couple of shots on there, but he definitely has the confidence right now. And has it almost, it's a Dano Chara type shot where he just gets the puck and just fires it right at the goalie. And if you don't see it in time, there's no way you're going to stop it. You almost have to get lucky if you're going to stop that shot.
Absolutely. Kyle Ware. I give you that reference to Chara. That makes a lot of sense there. Ware just has that presence. Now the Gamecocks win the faceoff. Nick Wykowiak trying to break it out. Wykowiak shoots. Maslow turns it out to the side. We saw a goal like that from Ian Schneider in the second UNC Wilmington game last week. Scored in 6 seconds off the opening draw. Patterson and Schneider giving the assists there. Gamecocks try to center it. So Eric Patterson, another assist and another point on that all-time record chart. Now sent on down, Nick Wykowiak trying to center it, gets past Brian Soar. Tigers going after it. 55 seconds left in the regular power play for the Gamecocks as Auburn still has a guy in the box. 23 seconds going to period. Auburn trying to counter. Quick shot goes high. Marquise didn't see it, and it went to the net with 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, we saw this against Florida, how they were able to break out shorthanded on the power play, and Auburn almost did the same thing, but good work by Marquise, able to shut the puck out, and now Gamecocks seem to recompose themselves and get ready for the next 48 seconds of this power play.
So that power play will go over into the third period for 28 seconds if the Gamecocks aren't able to cash in here. Auburn will have the face-off in their offensive zone here to the right side of Gray Marquise. Taking the face-off for South Carolina will be Eric Patterson, Mr. Gamecock, if you will. And he'll battle Carlson for it. Carlson wins it. Carlson going to have a shot at Marquise and lifts it way high. The return of the ice wedge.
Like attacking out the way Tiger Woods has been playing recently.
Oh, not been pretty for Tiger over the last couple of years, that's for sure.
Yeah, but I think an interesting strategy by the Gamecocks. They had Nick Pizzo, who I love him as a player and stuff, but when you have him and Soar out in front of the same power play, don't you think you'd rather have Soar out in front of the net blocking the Pizzo?
I think that's probably fair. Soar a little bit of a bigger presence. Maslow steps out of the crease and blocks it away. Nardslicko with a quick shot. Maslow better hold it, and he just gets it away as the period comes to an end. So South Carolina led at the end of 3-2 after Auburn was down 3-0 and then tied at 3-3, but South Carolina 3 unanswered goals of their own after that. And the Gamecocks have a 3-goal cushion. It is 6-3 South Carolina over Auburn at the end of 2. We will be back in just a moment for your second period intermission report and your third period of action as South Carolina looks to go out of this tournament on top, at least with a win in that sense, and 5th place in the conference overall. Back in just a moment. You're listening to SECHC Tournament Hockey on the Capital City Sports Network.
I wasn't scared, I fought this on my own.
starts now.
And we have a special guest today, TJ Miller.
Thanks for having me, man.
Scene 2. Take 1. Scene 3, shot 9.
Scene 1, shot 1, take 2.
Do you feel it? Do you feel it in the air? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? I can feel it in the
Do you feel the buzz?
Welcome back to the Fordyce Center, everybody. I'm Brett Williams alongside Robert McCachren. We're at the second period of South Carolina and Auburn with your Gamecocks leading the Tigers 6-3 after a solid second period. It started off Andrew Inches equalized things for Auburn. The Tigers were down 3-2 after one. He put one in, a defenseman getting involved offensively, and then the Gamecocks turned that on its head and did the same thing on their side. Kyle Ware added 2 to his 1 in the first period, so he has a hat trick and really helped the Gamecocks extend their lead back to the way it was in the first.
Yeah, like we talked at the very beginning, this penalty is going to be the key thing for both teams, and Auburn definitely did not, quote, stick to the script and got themselves in trouble with 2 5-on-3s, and the Gamecocks cashed in on both of those, and then another goal in there as well, so Gamecocks back up to their 3-goal lead. We saw the Auburn try to get back into it, tying up 3-3, but the penalties were a huge thing we said Auburn could not afford to do, and they definitely did that.
Yeah, it was a very clean first period, only one penalty between these two teams, and that changed 5 different penalties against Auburn in this period, and particularly those 2 5-on-3s that the Gamecocks were able to cash in. Good to see the Gamecocks special teams on the whole. They've killed 2 penalties. They've gotten those power play goals when they've needed to. That's what you need to do to win hockey games.
Yeah, you just got a penalty kill. We love to see his defensemen being multi-dimensional. We saw Kevin Ware and Inches, both defensemen going out there getting goals for the team, making an impact on both sides. We saw a lob pass from Kevin Ware. Kevin Ware's out there just doing everything for the team right now. He's putting the team on the back right now, and so they're playing great right now. The special teams offense, we saw they struggled yesterday on both sides of the power play, special teams from both sides of that for the Gamecocks, and now they're definitely cashing in and then shutting down Auburn when they can. They're playing much more disciplined and clean than they were yesterday.
Yeah, we kept talking about it earlier, just the fact that you can't have a hangover for a game like this, and both teams just playing for 5th in the conference. They are playing for the ACHA bid as well. This is not a guarantee. It depends on what the coaches' poll comes out, but certainly the Gamecocks can take it, and they need to keep the foot on the gas as they've done this entire game. If you're in the locker room right now, Robert, what do you say to the Gamecocks to try to get them to finish this one out?
I'm telling them they need to play the full 20 minutes the way they've been playing. We've seen them sometimes let off the gas a little bit and let other teams get back out there, just make little errant passes and stuff, and let teams get back into it. We saw it on their defenseman kind of just made a little pass and almost gifted Auburn, so they can't have any of that. Just need to play their game. Just play physical, strong, solid, fundamental hockey. The key thing is fundamentals right now. Being a 3-goal lead, you don't need any more goals. Now, it may be nice to make sure you put the game away, but you just need to play solid defense to make sure you hold down the lead.
Solid defense rather than prevent defense, and keep the puck, control possession. The Gamecocks can come out of here with a win. They have a 3-goal lead to protect as we go into the third period. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll have all that for you, the final 20 minutes of hockey of the SECHC tournament for us here on the Capital City Sports Network. Welcome back to the Fordyce Center, everybody. We're here for the SECHC tournament, but we want to give a quick shout-out to the home venue for South Carolina hockey that's done so many great things for the Gamecocks over the years and certainly was great to us all year. Plex manager Randy Waters and his entire staff, fantastic people over there. We appreciate everything they did to help accommodate our broadcast and, of course, serve as the home to Gamecock hockey. And we have a quick new place that is just a hopping joint to be at. It is Highwire Trampoline Park out in Irmo, South Carolina, and this ad is going to advertise all the great things that Highwire has. So with that, we take you back to Irmo, South Carolina, and Highwire at the Plex.
Highwire Ice is a state-of-the-art extreme trampoline park featuring a 20,000 square foot continuous jumping field.
I won't
and Olympic-sized foam pits with over 90,000 cubes of foam. Your heart will be pumping as you try to slay Mac the Dragon, one of the largest ninja obstacle courses in the U.S. The Dragon features a Cirque du Soleil trapeze bar, multiple silks, a rock wall, vertical climbs, slack lines, swinging bridges, and leaps of faith monkey bars. It's an incredible agility course. The park also has a dodgeball arena, dunkable basketball hoops above trampolines, and a designated kiddie jump area with foam pits. Plus, there's a designated birthday party area, as well as a mezzanine for parents to watch their children jump down below. And don't forget, Club High Wire Ice will be the destination of choice for anyone 15 years and older on Friday and Saturday nights from 8 to 11 p.m., featuring state-of-the-art boom sound, black lighting, and lasers that will beat to the music. All located at Plex Indoor Sports in Irmo, the home of Gamecock hockey. High Wire. Fly high.
So there you have it, everybody. High Wire Trampoline Park, and now we bring you back to just outside the Music City in Smashville, as they call it, the training facility of the Nashville Predators. Of course, the real Smashville, if you will. Bridgestone Arena is downtown, but they've still got the All-Star Weekend markings here, and it's still legit, and the Preds have a wonderful facility here. We appreciate them having us on board today as well. Brett Williams and Robert McCachren here with you with the Capital City Sports Network as we get ready to go in the third period of this consolation game. South Carolina 6, Auburn 3, the score right now with 20 minutes still to play, and South Carolina will come out with 26 more seconds of a power play to start the third.
Yeah, Brett, the key to this is going to be Auburn shutting down the penalty. If they want to make sure this lead doesn't grow, they got to make sure the penalty kill plays solid, doesn't let the Gamecocks get any pucks on net, and Maslow's going to be solid in net as well.
Just a note from the other game going on right now, again on the north rink. At last check, they were just getting underway in the third period, so they're a couple of minutes ahead of us between Ole Miss and LSU, and the Rebels shutting out the Tigers 7-0 there. So Ole Miss looks well on its way to clinching 7th place in the conference, LSU 8th. Of course, LSU still did make it here, so we give them credit. Tennessee, Mississippi State unable to get to the tournament. And we'll have later, and then we move on forward. Eric Patterson with it at the blue line, now sliding it across. Jacob Tengy comes forward. And now at Alec Martone back behind Jacob Tengy. Drifting it on around. Alec Martone once again behind the net. And coming on out now, Auburn now plays it towards center. That went off the stick of Evan Barber. And down along the way. Picked up once again in front of the Gamecocks bench. This is by Ian Schneider. He sends it across Alec Martone. Crossing into the offensive zone. Martone with it here. Plays it on around. Picked up by Auburn. And all the way back to the blue line. South Carolina retreats. Kyle Ware slips. Loses the puck. Now Auburn goes the other way with it. Here comes Adam Carlson. Backhand shot. Marquis says no. Gets his leg pad on it and sends it off to the right side. Boy, did the Gamecocks need that save after Ware slipped.
That was a huge save. 1-on-1 with the goalie, and Auburn just couldn't connect. But Kyle Ware with a little bit of sloppy play, and like we said in the intermission report, they just need to make sure they keep their foot on the gas and don't, not so much let off the gas.
Carlson with an open look in front, and he scores.
Just so we say it, brother, they just let off the gas. Just an errant pass, and Auburn's able to connect. It all started with Kyle Ware out there making a slipping and falling and giving Auburn a one-on-one opportunity with Marquis. So Gamecocks definitely need to make sure they keep their heads in the game. We saw Auburn claw back into this game before with being down 3 goals, so Gamecocks need to make sure they keep their heads on straight and finish off this game.
That goal came quick, just 90 seconds into the period. The power play had already expired for South Carolina, so that is not a shorthanded goal. But now the face-off back at center. It is 6-4 Gamecocks with 18:27 to play. What has been a great game of hockey all around. Blake Drummond gloves it down at center, sends it toward Maslow in goal. Now they rotate it around. Fight for the puck ensues on the boards. Gamecocks with a quick shot back. Drummond, and he goes right to the gut of Maslow. Check that. That was Brett Topolsky with the wrister.
Yeah, Brett, huge opportunity for the Gamecocks right there. And Maslow just picking up where he left off right there, just being strong in net. And right now he needs his confidence back up again. You know, he let those 3 goals in real quick, so he needs to get his skates back under him. This Auburn team, both teams need to get their skates back under him right now because they're letting both teams just get easy opportunities on net.
South Carolina going to win this face-off for a second. Auburn goes spinning around there. That was Joe Richard.
Right on the goal line. Auburn wanted a penalty for that, didn't get it. Now it goes back up top to Polsky, loses it for a second, taken back by Carlson. The goal scorer recently, he plays it all the way across. This is taken by Armin Giro. Giro going on down. Puck is now behind Marquise, but not in the net. It's behind the cage entirely. Off to the side, Pizzo, check that, Wykowiak sends it up. Going after it, Brian Soares, he crosses the blue line. He's got Dave McCachren in the middle, tries to center it. Maslow slides out of the crease, blocks it to the right side. Now won by the Tigers for a second. Auburn playing it across. Stolen back by Blake Drummond. Drummond might have a chance. No, he would have been offside. So he has to clear the zone for a second. Now Drummond flying all over the place. Gets it back in his defensive zone. South Carolina will try to set up another attack. They dump it in off of a Tiger skate, and now here come the Tigers going forward as the Gamecocks try to change lines, and a penalty is going to get called here against South Carolina.
I believe they just called offsides right there, Brett, not an actual penalty.
Oh, they did.
Because I believe that hit, puck got in there a little late, early, and Auburn was offsides.
And I think that might have been a penalty call if it was about a split second earlier, because at that point, at least from our vantage point, it looked like it would have been a penalty call had the offside not already been blown. Auburn will take the face-off and drop it on down. Duncan Hickman wins it over in the corner. And now all the way across, Nick Nard-Slicko. He brings it up around behind the net, slides it on down off the glass right next to his teammates. And battle at the blue line, eventually won by Billy Kurriger and the Gamecocks. Billy Kurriger coming forward. He's lit up in the neutral zone. Gamecocks still get their stick on it. Duncan Hickman, good discipline there. Aaron Beaver lit up hard. Check that, Carter Rivers playing with a hard hit there. Auburn going 2-on-2. Quick shot. Blocked up in front by the defenseman. Zach Ropke got his legs on that one. Now it goes forward. Kurriger dumps it in. The Gamecocks are just going to change lines. Frantic line change like an NASCAR pit stop. Everybody off the ice. And now here coming Nick Pizzo. Slides it on down out toward the corner. Auburn drops it on back. Eric Patterson going after it. Now Jacob Tangy gets the shot. He goes right to Maslow, who blocks it off to the side. Blake Drummond, good speed there, keeps it in. Feeds it to Pizzo in front. Backhand pass. Goes to Ropke, looking for Patterson in front. It doesn't get through. Auburn deflects it out the way. Now here they go, trying to 2-on-2. And sticked away by Pizzo. Now taken right back by South Carolina. Zach Ropke brings it in. Ropke fires. Maslow with the left glove. Snatches it again.
Yeah, Maslow's been very fast with that glove over there, so definitely keeping the pucks out and helping Auburn stay in this game for a little bit, only being down 2 goals. Now you need Maslow to step up huge for you right now.
Maslow's really kept the Tigers in the game all day long. And the defense really has been solid at even strength for the most part. South Carolina's offense just overall playing a very good game, well disciplined, well strategized, and well executed.
We're starting to notice a lot more intensity. Several players getting nailed and hammered and checked on the ice, and I believe this is going to pick up with both teams realizing they need this win, and we're in the third period now.
And that one gets out of play. This time we'd like to give a shout out to the other sponsor of Gamecock Hockey, Liberty Tap Room, located both in the Vista in downtown Columbia, South Carolina, and then out in Irmo, not that far from the Plex on Lake Murray. A great place to check out for Sunday brunch or really any time of the week for lunch or dinner. Liberty Tap Room, we appreciate your sponsorship of Gamecock Hockey. Alec Martone wins a faceoff, now sends it on down. It's behind the goaltender. He brings it on out. Up top, he's got Blake Drummond. He feeds it there. Drummond puts it in. Maslow reaches forward with both hands, grabs it, and falls right on the puck.
Yeah, it was a great play by Maslow. I definitely think he lunged out at that puck, make sure there wasn't a rebound opportunity waiting for the Gamecocks, who were definitely crashing the net right there.
That's the pressure you like to see from the Gamecocks. And also, if you're Auburn, exactly what you want to see from your goaltender, heads-up play. Again, this is the 5 seed and the 6 seed matching up in this tournament. Blake Drummond, quick shot. He was looking for Nick Wykowiak. He I think he might have gotten a piece of that, but didn't deflect it the way he wanted it to. And South Carolina cannot clear. Odd man rush going for Auburn. 2-on-1 unless Ware can get back. Blake Drummond knocks it out of the way. How about Drummond's play here in this third period?
Yeah, we've been talking all about Kyle Ware, but Drummond's been quietly over there just being solid on defense and keeping Auburn off the scoreboard right there with a great block, keeping his skate and stick on the ground and keeping Auburn off the scoreboard.
Whistle comes from behind after a pileup ensued behind the net. Let's see what the referee's going to do to settle this one out. Didn't see anybody lose their stick or helmet or gear. Check that. Ware did lose his stick. It's kind of hard to see given the sort of mass of humanity that was back there.
Yeah, but I don't know why you would stop a game just because a player losing the stick.
Yeah, you normally don't see that.
I don't really know what happened back there, but I guess here we are back at the face-off.
Well, so be it. Auburn wins it. Now they play up in front. Quick shot. Marquise blocked it up in the air and then found it and caught it. Boy, that was a good recovery by Marquise on a shot that could have bounced off and in.
Yeah, both goalies right now making solid saves for their teams and keeping it 6-4 right now. So huge play by both goalies right now.
The faceoff will once again come to the left side of the cage. Faceoff taken by Billy Kurriger, won by Auburn, however, and bounced right back to the Gamecocks. They'll try to send it forward. James Hatton couldn't control. Auburn gets it at center ice, makes a nice move. And on the return now, almost stolen by Kurriger. But Mark Feeney using better stick work there. Plays it off the referee. Actually worked to Auburn's favor as they bounce it down and then begin the forecheck. Going after it now. This is Parker Brown. Brown and Dave Cochran going after it. Now over to the far boards, taken by Auburn once again, drifting in. Shot. Marquise might have gotten a piece of it or it just went wide. And all the way back around to center, taken once again by Auburn. Armin Giro sends it down. Marquise leaves it for Nard Slicko. All the way around. Everybody has to duck in the Gamecocks bench as that one goes out of play. I think Coach Sirois was the closest one to getting hit.
Yeah, that's the second one right there. And Gamecock players on the bench now have to keep their eyes open as well, watching out for those pucks.
They're laughing over there. Sirois and the guys, Victor Smith.
It almost reminds you of one of those plays in the 1990s of in baseball. 3 times the guy hit the ball right into the foul line and into the dugout, and the guys just it literally all moved to one side of the wall, make sure they didn't get hit.
It's crazy stuff. You think they're going to try to take out their own guys. So this, as the way they say, that's just sometimes the way the ball bounces, or the puck, as it were. James Hatton drifted on forward for the Gamecocks, trying to put the puck in the net, and he almost got there. Went well wide of the crease. Nard Slicko dumps it down. Aaron Beaver trying to go after it. Auburn wins it, and Gamecocks will try to get it back but cannot. Auburn breaking out the other way. They might have a 2-on-1. Coming forward, quick shot from Carlson. He went wide and maybe a little bit high as well. Now off to the corner, taken back by Auburn, drifting in. No good. Evan Barber got bottled up with some Gamecocks in front, and the puck gets cleared to center. Taken by Carter Rivers, bounces it off the wall. Trying to get it to Sonny McCurrick, who loses it for a second, and then spins back around the other way, coming on out. 13:34 to go here in regulation. It is 6-4 South Carolina, and a whistle for icing.
Yeah, bro, this game is going back and forth now. Both teams getting shots on net, and goalies making big stands right here. So 13 minutes, 30 seconds left. About both teams know they really need to make a stand here, and Auburn need to try to get pucks in the net, and South Carolina just needs to hold them out.
You got to feel like a 3-goal lead at this point is it's certainly not guaranteed, but it's a good position for South Carolina. Being 2 goals is where it is right now, and is not quite as safe, so they need to put one in.
Yeah, but right here, I think this is where your senior leaders need to step up right here and just keep the Gamecocks disciplined and make sure they keep this lead right now.
One back by Kyle Ware. Maybe they'll try to make it that 3-goal lead. No, he shot it wide of the crease again. Very similar to that last possession up the ice. Taken around by Ropke, feeds to Patterson.
Yeah, right there went that ice wedge again.
There you go. That goes on down. Pizzo going after it. Pops it on around Ropke. Kyle Ware up at the point, gets it. Ware sends it on in. Maslow reached out again with both hands. Ropke rebounds it. Ropke plays it on towards center. Patterson wanted to get a stick on it and did not. Gamecocks really trying to get him to tie that career mark. Ware drifts in. Patterson behind the net, loses the puck. Now comes out Patterson. Crazy stick work. Tried to play it behind to Pizzo, and it got to an Auburn stick instead. Auburn sticks it down. I think they're going to call that played with a high stick. No penalty call there, just played with a high stick. Now here comes Duncan Hickman. Going forward, drifts it across the blue line. Now Eric Patterson, now back to Hickman once again. Hickman plays it off the board to Ian Schneider. Schneider all the way up towards center. Kept in at the last second by Kyle Ware. And one now by Auburn towards center. Coming off the bench and hurrying in Jacob Tengi to start the forecheck. And Tengi goes after it himself. And now will retreat as Auburn gets it and prepares to attack. 12-11 to go here in the game. Auburn now bringing it forward in the neutral zone. Jacob Tengi with a check. Right on Jackson Reagan. And now over to the near side boards. Pursuing it, Alec Martone. And instead tipped on by Giro. A couple of people fighting for it. Now the Gamecocks break out away with it. Here comes Alec Martone. You know that speed when you see it. And he bounces it off Carter Rivers. Rivers trying to get his stick on it now. Martone still battling him. Underneath Rivers, now coming on out. Tengy feeds Schneider. Schneider was just off too far from the post to get that shot off. Now he tried to center it. Love what the Gamecocks are looking for their guys in front. They've done a good job of that today. Schneider wins the puck. Martone lost his stick. Drummond's at the point. Gamecocks get a fresh skater. Here comes Drummond, drops it on down. Schneider gloves it down, brings it on around. Schneider tried to get the wrister off. No, he gets it again. And the Tigers will take it for a second. Drummond gets his knee on it, keeps it in for South Carolina. Drummond wins it back on his stick this time. Now tries to get it through. That one dribbled through, and Auburn puts it in their own net. We're going to see who gets the credit for that goal. I think Drummond is probably going to get credited with the goal, but it took an unlucky bounce for Auburn and went right past Frank Maslow to give the Gamecocks that 3-goal lead we were just talking about.
Yeah, unlucky for Auburn, but like we said, you just shoot it at the net and good things can happen. And that time it was unlucky bounce for Auburn, but great for South Carolina now with his 3-goal lead with about 11 minutes left in the game. So almost a backbreaker for Auburn out there playing their hearts out right now. Nothing you can do about it, just goes off a skater, Auburn body, and Gamecocks up 7-4.
And officially Blake Drummond is called with the goal. Just bounced off of a D-man in front for the Tigers, and now they find themselves in a 3-goal hole. Gamecocks will try to protect this one for another 11 more minutes and come out of here with a win.
And Brett, what about Drummond? You know, we keep talking about Kyle Ware and all his goals. Drummond has silently been putting on a solid performance as well.
Yeah, Drummond, one of the newer players of the Gamecocks, joined mid-season, actually pretty late in the season, and got to love this guy showing up here in the conference tournament, one of the biggest stages, and doing a great job of it as we have a whistle in the neutral zone.
Yeah, it's huge. Those new guys coming in. Soar as well, coming in, got a goal yesterday against Florida. He's been a utility man, almost playing defender and forward with DePaulo hurt, so great job. Now Gamecocks will be going on a penalty kill. Is, I believe Brian Soar was called for a penalty, and now Auburn with a huge opportunity right now, being down 3 goals with 10:41 left in the third period. They really need to cash in on this right now.
Only the third penalty of the day going against the Gamecocks, and it will be the second against Soar. Coming in about 9.5. Cross-check officially the call there. Now Auburn takes it up, quick fire now by Andrew Inches. He scored on one earlier, and pretty much from the same position. Almost seems like he's got a longer stick just because of his range. Now waiting for a one-timer in front. Instead, Carlson fires on net. He has a goal. Now across all the way, Inches again fires. Marquise blocked it up high. That will go in the net and out of play.
You got to love what the Gamecocks are doing right now, the penalty kill. One of the players just blocked it with his leg, and another player dove across the ice trying to make sure Auburn didn't get that shot on net. Just got to love the hustle and energy and effort right now the Gamecocks are putting into this penalty kill.
And they'll have another minute and 33 seconds to do that. Face off to the left side of Marquise. And taking it is Carlson for the Tigers. And Tengy for the Gamecocks, both 8s. One by Inches. Now sent on down Kyle Ware, plays it on top. Jacob Tengy going after it. Tengy going to try to go all the way down there and make some play offensively. Tengy's going to win the puck. He feeds in front for Schneider, and the pass was just a little bit off the mark. Really good look, good thought for Tengy, and Schneider didn't execute it.
Yeah, that most dangerous player sometimes in hockey is the guy that's trailing because the defenseman can't pick him up, and all of a sudden he'll have a wide open net. But great block by Marquise, a leg save right now, and Auburn's definitely threatening right now, trying to get some shots on net and trying to score.
And now drifting forward, Carlson has an opportunity. He played it on the near post, it just went to the outside. And now time is called, as I believe Jacob Tengy lost his helmet. We've seen that a couple times today, but Tengy's really given a little bit of an extra effort. Great to see from one of the Gamecocks upstart freshmen this year.
Yeah, it's great to see a lot of these players out here, just the effort they're giving and everything, and you know, they're out here playing. You know, it may be a consolation game, but they realize the magnitude of this game with the chance to get into the ACHA playoffs, and this is Gamecocks out there putting it on the line right now.
55 seconds to go in the penalty kill for South Carolina. Off to the right side of Marquise, face-off won by Auburn. Played up top, this is Inches. Inches getting harassed by Kyle Ware. Keeps it out of Inches' stick for a second, but Auburn will keep it in the zone. Marquise has to get back in the crease quickly as Auburn gets it back up top. Here's Carlson, drifts in, meets one-man miss, misses off of the skate of Borst. No, check that off, that was Ian Schneider. And now drifting around, Kyle Ware making a couple men miss, cannot clear, goes right back to Inches at the blue line, drifts in, Inches fires, it's blocked in front off of a stick, didn't see who exactly got a piece of that. Somebody did. Now taken by the Tigers. Rodell settling it down. Check that, that's Parker Brown. Now drifting on around. Up on top,
Joe Richard plays it down. South Carolina getting into the corner, trying to clear. Goes all the way to center, through pass. Here goes Eric Patterson, shootout type situation. Can he beat Maslow? Backhanded, he scores! And just like that, on the shorthand, Eric Patterson has tied Andrew Swint for all-time Gamecock career record holder in goals. What a way to do it here in Nashville.
Yeah, huge play by Eric Patterson. Just outskated, almost like that breakaway yesterday from Florida when they did it. Just broke away on the shorthanded opportunity, just beat the goalie, and there was nothing the goalie could do about it. He was shaking out there and almost broke his ankles and got a nice backhand shot. So a great play for the Gamecocks, and I believe Brett now 8:45 left and up by 4 goals. The way the Gamecocks are playing, I definitely believe they can close this game out now.
You got to think so at this point. 8:40 to go, and South Carolina with the momentum, and now they got a record holder, at least a tie. Kyle Ware with the assist, 4 points for Ware today, showing up here in the tournament. And now a quick shot toward the center.
And Brett, now that he's tied it, how much do you think Aaron Patterson maybe has it on his mind that he wants to break that record now as well?
Wouldn't that be something to see, particularly in a situation like this? You never know if he's going to get another game or not. If they don't get a bid to the ACHA tournament, this is his last game as a Gamecock. Very glad to see him tying that record. Let's see if he can break it today. Believe that total is 161. We'll double check that for you in just a moment. Around the way. And Auburn is going to end up getting one in the net here on a spin around shot. This one coming off the stick of Armin Giro. And at 8-5 is now the score in favor of South Carolina.
Yeah, Brett, just a little miscommunication there by the Gamecocks, letting Auburn get through and then put it up towards the goal, and Marquis just couldn't stop it. He's low out of position. And right now you got to hope the Gamecocks can just withstand this Auburn pressure right now and make sure they keep this lead and win the game.
Auburn wins the face-off battle in the neutral zone right here. And now puck battle ensues, going after it now the Gamecocks, drifting behind. Now going up into the behind the net. Taking for a second, Nick Wykowiak chasing it down, plays it up top, Blake Drummond. Drummond has one goal, drifts in, fires it, blanked it off the skate of Mark Carlson. Carlson bounces it on along. Got to stick on it again. That one's in the net and out of play once more.
And Brett, I think it'll be interesting to see how both teams respond to this net, this goal. Obviously, with Auburn scoring a goal, being down 3, they definitely need this momentum right now. And then South Carolina, how they respond to Auburn's aggression, make sure they stop them and don't let them get any more goals, make this game even more interesting than it already is.
It has been interesting, that's for sure, from the start. And we're going to get that goal total for you here right now, as Auburn's going to take it and have a 2-on-2 the other way, bringing it up forward. He's got Carlson in the center. This is Barber with the puck, and he loses it in the corner. And now coming forward, 2-on-1 the other way. Schneider trying to feed Martone, and he scores. Alec Martone makes it 9 goals for the Gamecocks on the feed from Ian Schneider.
Great job by the Gamecocks going on a breakaway. And Gamecock players finding Martone, and he slides the pass easily for the goal. And Gamecocks rebuild that 4-goal lead now, and with 7:04 left, this is huge for the Gamecocks. Definitely a momentum breaker for Auburn, as they were definitely out there working hard, trying to get goals, trying to get shots on net, but it's going to be the backbreaker for Auburn right now, Brett.
Yeah, that's pretty much going to do it here, you would think. Though there has been a flurry of goals here, just 3 in just over a minute and a half. 2 for South Carolina, 1 for Auburn. And I think it's safe to say I was exactly 100 goals off of the mark. Is actually 61 career goals, not 161. That would have been a very prolific score for Eric Patterson, but nonetheless, still the Gamecock career record holder alongside Andrew Swinton. We'll see if he can't get lucky number 62 here today.
Yeah, you have to hope he will. Just huge, great honor for Patterson to be able to break that record, but you know, it's looking a little dire for Auburn. Unless Reggie Miller comes on the ice for the Auburn Tigers, I don't think they're really going to be able to come back from this one.
Fair statement, my friend, fair statement. We shall see what happens here as a right face up to the right side of Marquise.
Now,
Won
Brett,
by Giro.
If he does, then Gamecock should definitely watch out.
Just got to get that defense shored up. And now puck is taken for a second by the Tigers. They try to pop it in front, and it's turned away at the last second by South Carolina. Another good look for the Auburn. They've had a good look all day. And Nick Wykowiak was chasing. He wanted a goal there. Maslow, I think, wanted a penalty on Wykowiak for coming in and making potentially a little contact with him.
I don't believe, are the referees going to charge Wykowiak?
They might be. I'm not sure. I didn't see anything. I didn't really see any contact. I saw some maybe ice go up and
Wykowiak will go to the net. They'll go to the
Maslo's
box.
face. I don't really see any contact, but I guess the referee's just making sure that, being a 4-goal game, I'm pretty sure they saw what happened yesterday with Auburn. They said they got a little scrappy then, so maybe they're trying to make sure that doesn't happen and get a repeater today.
Yeah, again, 29 penalties combined between Auburn and Georgia yesterday. Not what you want to see. This is the 9th penalty between these two today. And I think they're going to call, somebody called a timeout. So we got 6:24 to go. It'll be a power play for Auburn off the bat. And at this point, Robert, ACHA tournament on the line. Don't exactly know what's going to happen for the Gamecocks, but you feel like if, in fact, this is their last game of the season, got to lay it all out there for the next 6 minutes.
Most definitely, especially for these seniors right here. They definitely want to go out with a win, go out with a bang, being their last game. So I'm sure the seniors are probably talking to them in that timeout right now, just letting them know that, hey, guys, this could be our last game. Let's make sure we finish out strong. And that's where that leadership's going to play in for the Gamecocks.
And as for Auburn, they actually are not done here. They will probably not get to the ACHA tournament, not in the top 11 rankings right now. They actually have a couple of games still at home against Dallas Baptist and Tulane, a pair of series still back at the Columbus Ice Rink in Georgia. They actually do play in Georgia, not in Alabama, about 36 miles, I believe it is, from campus. Not, I guess, too hard to believe considering the Gamecocks still have to play about 25 minutes off of campus, not quite that far, but so it is sometimes just got to go where the ice is. Now coming on around, wrapped up toward the center. And now Auburn's going to come forward. Dropped up toward the blue line. Now taking on down. Up top right here, this is Mark Feeney, excuse me. Now across center ice, Auburn controls it. Now down to the blue line, all the way across. Bounced off of Adam Carlson. Now coming forward, Kyle Ware lights him up in the defensive zone for South Carolina. Gamecocks will send it all the way down. Eric Patterson pursues. Trying to put a check on him. Patterson, will he win the puck here? Now Patterson gets lit up from behind by Burns. Now a quick backhand shot, they score! Ian Schneider up from behind, he pops it in. That's 2 goals for Schneider today. It is 10-5 Gamecocks.
A huge goal by the Gamecocks, but that big check by Auburn might have cost him right there. He wasn't actually paying attention to any man, and I believe that man, the guy Snyder that scored the goal was his man, and he just made sure he wanted to get that check in and let the Gamecocks all alone for an easy goal.
So 5.5 minutes to go as that goal comes at 14:29. And South Carolina in cruise mode right now as you hear the fight song one more time here. And wouldn't it be fitting if South Carolina wins this game with 11 goals and that 11th goal is scored by number 11, Eric Patterson, to take the record?
That would be pretty crazy, and I hope that does happen. That would just end the day perfectly for the Gamecocks and Eric Patterson and his family.
Yep, they're here as always. And look at that, Patterson with an assist there. And a quick shot coming toward Marquise. He swallows it. Yeah, the Pattersons, 2 of the most loyal fans of Gamecock hockey. We were talking to Eric's mom, Leslie, before the game. She said she has only missed 1 of his games in all 4 of his years. So they are both, the whole Patterson family, of course, a Chapin native, so they're right there at home in Columbia, and they find ways to get to these games. Credit them, and got to thank them a lot for everything they did to help us on the broadcast this season. Some great information, logistic organization, a lot of good stuff from the Pattersons. We appreciate everything they've done, and certainly Eric, to this program as well. Auburn now controlling it in the offensive zone, sends it on along. Sent back by Adam Carlson. Back up to the blue line, and Auburn's going to score. I believe that went off the stick of Parker Brown last touched. It will indeed. And it is 10-6. A lot of goals coming in the third. This is now 7 goals combined between these 2 squads this period.
Yeah, definitely a lot of back and forth going right now. I just believe it's a little too late for Auburn right now with them being down 4 goals, 4 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in this game. So South Carolina definitely needs to make sure they keep their composure and keep playing, because if they let the foot off the gas, Auburn could come back and make this a
even better game because we've seen it multiple times with the Gamecocks, Brett, being down a few goals and coming back. So Gamecocks need to be aware of that.
And a puck goes over to Gray Marquise. He pops it off to the side. Kyle Ware going to win it. Leaves it on behind for Hatton. Hatton now toward the blue line, now across into the neutral zone. He's got Eric Patterson to his right. Kicks it ahead to him. Patterson loitering in front. Now drifts off to the right side. Now toward the referee. There's a whistle up. Gray Marquise on the bench. South Carolina's going to get a power play here with 4:07 to go.
Yeah, this is great for the Gamecocks. Just 2 more minutes, kind of maybe kill time. We know obviously Auburn has the threat to try to go on shorthanded goal, but right now with 4:07 left in the game, this is good for the Gamecocks, just almost as a time killer, more as a power play.
In the box goes Andrew Inches, the All-SEC HC first-team defenseman from this year. And 4:07 to go. The Gamecocks going to have that power play. And I imagine at this point with a 4-goal lead, you're just looking for Patterson to try to put this one home.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. But I wonder what Coach Sherwood said in the timeout right there, because you noticed like they were coming out a little flat, but after that timeout, they were out there hustling and skating. They got that shorthanded goal and everything. So I wonder what was said in that timeout.
One word, finish. And Auburn's going to take the puck back and then clear it all the way down. Marquise comes out. On the ice right now for the Gamecocks, Kyle Ware, who has 4 points today. Eric Patterson, Jacob Tengy, Alec Martone, and Schneider. A lot of great players out on the ice right now. Patterson tried a quick shot. Martone tried to feed it back, and instead that went up and out of play well behind the net. 3:38 to go.
Yeah, Brett, I think Patterson knows about that record, and he's trying to break it because he's off-angle shot. He lined it up, and he's trying to get that goal in today.
Just want to break down exactly what we're talking about with this ACHA tournament. Again, top 10 teams from a region have a chance. The top 2 teams automatically go to nationals. Seeds 3 through 10 compete in a 2-round tournament. The 2 winners go to nationals as well. So there's 4 different teams represented in the different regions. And the Gamecocks sitting at number 11 in the South region. They need to get voted into the top 10 to get to the regional tournament in Orlando in 2 weeks. And those 2 wins against UNC Wilmington last week were huge. Can they get this one today to further bolster their resume? Eric Patterson at the point, feeds it on over. Kyle Ware plays it in, deflected away by Maslow. 3:17 to go. And while this game is going on, very near where I'm from, Fairfax, Virginia, George Mason University taking on UNC Wilmington. Wilmington again was coming in 8th in the ACHA South Region rankings last week. The Gamecocks in 11 beat them twice. So the thought process is pretty good shot right now. Now Wilmington is in the semifinals of the Blue Ridge Athletic Conference tournament, so maybe with the win yesterday could hurt the Gamecocks potentially a little bit. But at the same time, George Mason pulls out the win over the Seahawks. Gamecocks beat Auburn today. There's definitely a chance for South Carolina to keep playing.
Yeah, right now, if you're the Gamecocks, you just got to keep battling and fighting for this win and boosting your resume. There's nothing you can do. You can't change the coaches' minds to make up their minds for them, but you just got to play your game, play good, solid hockey, and hope that the coaches recognize that and put you into the tournament.
And just like that, another penalty has been called. This time it's against James Hatton. So 4-on-4 hockey for the next 50 seconds. And then after that will be a minute of a power play for Auburn, should there be no goals scored. 2:50 to go. Gamecocks on the ice right now. We've got Nick Wykowiak, Nick Nard-Slicko, Jacob Tengy, and Dave Cochran in the 4-on-4. Jacob Tengy takes it back. Andrew Inches, Carter Rivers, Sonny McCurrick, and let's see who that last one is, Evan Barber for Auburn on the ice right now. And icing is called against South Carolina with 2:27 to go here in the game and 20 seconds left in the 4-on-4.
Brett, Gamecocks looking really good right now. Just make sure they finish off this game. So this will be a good penalty kill right here for them if they can do that. They should be able to seal the deal right here and hopefully win the game right here.
The faceoff will come to the right side of Marquise. Auburn probably with too big a hole to dig out of at this point. They'll keep on firing as they should. Sonny McCurrick winning the faceoff. Big check there. Rivers drops a Gamecock. Nard-Slicko was the one to hit the ice there. And now the Gamecock's going to bring it on out. Drifting forward, this is Borst. No, check that, Tengy. Same line still on the ice for the Gamecocks right now. Tengy drops it on back. This is Cochran. Dave Cochran all the way across. Pass to Wykowiak went too far. Alec Martone now back on the ice for South Carolina. 1:53 to go in regulation. It is now a power play for Auburn. And going forward real quick, this is McCurrick. Sonny McCurrick drifts in, he fires, and Marquise says no.
grabs it with the glove.
Yeah, Brett, that's a great play by Gamecocks number 16, Narcicco. Auburn, the attacker, was looking for his other teammate, but Narcicco got right in the way and forced him to take a bad angle shot. Marquis swallowed it up easily and still have the 10-6 game right now.
Minute 44 left. Another 41 seconds for South Carolina to try to kill off this penalty. And they will go ahead and change lines on that frozen puck situation as Duncan Hickman now on, Ian Schneider now on. And I believe that's Kyle Ware along with Alec Martone, who's about to take the face-off.
And Brett, I don't want to take any attention away from Kyle Ware with his great game he's been having right now, but all of these other Gamecock defensemen have also been putting in solid time for the Gamecocks and definitely playing great, so they should also deserve some recognition as well.
Ware with it, plays it off the boards. That bounced off of an Auburn helmet. And now skipped around. Alec Martone charging forward. He's got a potential shorthand opportunity. Martone slows it down. Now moves around the backside. Going into the far corner. Hit by a couple of Tigers, and Auburn will come away with it with a minute 27 to go in regulation and 23 seconds left in the Auburn power play. Tigers drifted forward. Stolen by Alec Martone offensively. He's got Schneider to his right. Kyle Ware and Duncan Hickman tracing, and they score. Alec Martone. Check that, Ian Schneider. That's Martone on the assist, excuse me. And Schneider pops it in again.
Yeah, Brett, that was just too easy for the Gamecocks right there, being down 4-on-5, but still able to get good opportunities and shots, and Schneider was able to bury it home, and now we definitely know there's nothing Auburn can do, and this game's pretty much a wrap for the Gamecocks for the win.
Talked about Kyle Ware with 4 points, talked about Eric Patterson tying the record, but how about Ian Schneider with 4 goals on this day? 2 assisted by Martone. I believe I was mistaken in calling the first one for Martone as well. So I owe Schneider a couple of these, but in any case.
Bro, we owe this entire Gamecock team a lot of recognition just the way they've been playing, just passing around a lot of team hockey going on right now. So we didn't see in the Florida game, but this kind of just passing around, just having fun out there and doing the fundamentals and just making sure that they include everybody on the team. Great job by this entire team. Great team effort by the Gamecocks. And great win with 39 seconds left in this game.
Yeah, I definitely think the Gamecocks were ready to play against Florida yesterday. Florida just had a better team on that day. South Carolina, credit to them, coming out really ready to go today and finish off this tournament in style with these 11 goals. 26 seconds left, 25 now. Gamecocks drifting, and Auburn going to send it off to the boards. Now fighting for it. Oh, goodness. James Hatton just lit up a Tiger. Adam Carlson took it down. He's getting some salutes from his teammates for that. And a stoppage for the net.
Yeah, definitely a lot of aggression now. Auburn realized this game's kind of over, and we saw like in the game against Georgia, they started taking unnecessary penalties and just getting a little frustrated with how they were playing and starting to take that out of the Gamecocks right now. And the refs, I believe, are going to be a lot more careful in watching things, make sure it doesn't get out of hand. And we got a little bit of back and forth between 14 and 23. A lot of frustration for these Auburn Tigers.
And the Gamecock bench getting a little chattery here as one more penalty will be assessed. This is going to go against Sonny McCurrick, 7th penalty against Auburn. It sure beats 16 from yesterday.
Yeah, Brett, I believe they were reacting to 14 for the Auburn Tigers, just getting his hand up in the face of one of the Gamecocks and just realizing they got this win now and let him know it.
Well, how about this? As 11-6 is the score and 11.6 seconds remaining on the clock. Very symmetric scoreboard for us.
You can time that out, get that any more perfect than it is right now.
There you go. 11 seconds left in South Carolina's 2016 trip to Smashville. The tournament is in talks about trying to keep the tournament here. It's a great facility. We would love to be back a year from now. And we look forward to joining you guys back at the Plex for a great more season of Gamecock hockey starting this September. Now on the way, Aaron Beaver with a shot in front. Eric Patterson shoots, he scores! Patterson scores! I believe that's going to get off of Patterson's stick, and the record belongs to Mr. Gamecock Eric Patterson with 3.4 seconds left. Are you kidding me, Robert?
That is huge for the game. Just broke the record now with 62 goals, and he is the sole leader for the Gamecocks in most goals in a career. And great job at Patterson, just out there fighting. And I think he knew that he had tied the record, and he wanted this record bad. The Gamecock players realized that and got him the puck, and huge job by the Gamecocks right now.
11, 16,
Boy, you couldn't write this story any better for a way to close out this tournament. Ware 4 points, Schneider 4 goals, 2 goals for Patterson, including one with 3 seconds left in what is potentially his last game as a South Carolina Gamecock, and the time has run out here. South Carolina winners over Auburn, 12-6 the final. They didn't update the scoreboard, but it is 12-6. The Gamecocks over Auburn.
Yeah, you just couldn't draw it up any better than this. Eric Patterson, the captain, the senior leader for this team, getting that goal. Now with 62 goals, and he's now the sole leader. Career goals, points, and assists. Is great night for Patterson and the Gamecocks getting the win 12-6 over the Auburn Tigers tonight.
Triple crown by Eric Patterson in the most amazing of fashion as the team goes ahead right now and shakes hands with Auburn. I think it's a well-deserved handshake on both sides. Both of these teams played incredibly today, all around. Very solid hockey. It was a great game to watch, great game to be a part of. Thanks for all of you at home for tuning in to be a part of this too.
Yeah, very good job with the Gamecocks and Auburn. I mean, even though both teams lost in the first day, you still got to make it here. You got to the SEC tournament, and great job by both these teams just playing a good, solid game today. A little bit of scrappiness at the end, but overall just a nice, clean game. Much respect from both these teams. So huge for the Gamecocks and the Tigers. A great job by the Gamecocks getting the win 12-6 over the Auburn Tigers.
So Auburn's going to drop to 8-9, and that'll be the end of their conference season. But again, 2 games against Dallas Baptist on the 19th and 20th, and then the 26th and 27th. They'll wrap up their season against Tulane. Meanwhile, we're going to go down to the hero of the game for South Carolina for sure, Eric Patterson, as well as Kyle Ware, who put up 4 points today. A phenomenal team effort. These guys are with our own Claudia Chikamian down on the ice right now. Claudia.
Okay, I'm here with Kyle Ware and Eric Patterson. Kyle Ware, you got a hat trick tonight. Eric Patterson, you broke the record for goals here. How was the game tonight overall?
We came out, we started off pretty good. We got out to a 3-goal lead. We let them battle back, but at the end of the day, we pulled out a pretty easy win here. 6-goal lead, me and Patty chipped it in with the help from everybody else. It was a good game, it could be our last one, so it's good to come away with a win, and felt good to win by 6 too.
It was a very high scoring game, obviously, and there was that time where it was back and forth goaling continuously. What was going through your minds during that time?
That's not. I think that's not our best game. We kind of started getting back on our heels a little bit, but when we settled down and we started getting into the rhythm, we started putting up more goals. We started working better together, and that's when we started coming together. Yeah, it was really just we went back to the locker room, made sure everyone was playing hockey, not trying to do too much themselves, and just keep playing our game.
And this might potentially be one of your last game or one of your last games. How does it feel to end like this?
It's awesome. We came here to Nashville to try and get a couple wins here. Unfortunately, we came short yesterday, but we finished strong today. 6-goal lead or win over Auburn, so it's nice. Felt great just to win. Honestly, by 6 makes it even better.
Okay, well, congrats on your win, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm done.
Thank you so much, Claudia. We appreciate it. And how about that? Again, they mentioned the flurry of goals there. 6 goals by South Carolina in the third period alone, 3 by Auburn. So we just saw a lot of crazy offense both ways, but got to take it away. Tip your hat to Eric Patterson for finishing off a career, potentially, and we hope that he doesn't, because we hope there are some games left in the ACHA tournament. But if, in fact, this is his last time off the ice, to go like that with 3 seconds to go and write his name in the record books.
That's just huge, getting those 62 career goals, just breaking the record is great for the. But what I love about both those players is they did have great individual games, but both times they went back to the team. It's more about the team. I was talking about we got back to the team game. It was the team effort. We started playing our game, and you gotta love that from 2 of your star players, not just talking about themselves, being humble and talking about their teammates, and giving them the credit for everything. So great by both those guys. You just know they're leaders just because they mentioned themselves, not really mentioned themselves at all, just talk about the team as a general, and they congratulate the team on the win. So
couldn't be more of a team effort than what we saw today as South Carolina takes down Auburn 12-6. Maybe as the berth in the ACHA tournament, definitely finish 5th in the conference overall. We're going to wrap all of this up for you for this game and for this season for us here on the Capital City Sports Network. All of that coming to you next right after this short break.
it down. I like you do, baby, you do, baby. Papa told me, boy, don't never let down your guard. But when you touch my hand and talk that talk,
I gotta knock it in my knees and I wobble in my walk.
wobble.
Wobble in my, wobble in my, wobble in my, wobble in my. When you touch my hand and talk me talk, I gotta knock it in my knees and I wobble in my walk.
It's like my head back been drinking out the bottle. I swallow some strong drink, but really just my motto. She lotto, jackpot, grand prize, champion, franchise, born ready. Yeah, she get it right now, on time. Early AM, breakfast after the mayhem. Baby, cause they don't make them like you, I hope that you hate them. Black Costa's a virgin, I keep them twerking, they working. I swipe it perfect, go ahead and purchase, girl, it's on me. Yeah, it's my dime. Damn, if I'm wrong, yeah, it's alright. When you go down, down in my mind, do what you want, that's what I like. Every time you come around, I'm like, ooh, ooh, baby, ooh, ooh, baby. When I see you break it down, I like you do, baby, you do, baby. Papa told me, boy, don't never let down your guard. But when you touch my hand and talk that talk,
I gotta knock it in my knees and I wobble in my walk.
wobble.
Wobble in my, wobble in my, wobble in my, wobble in my. When you touch my hand and talk me talk, I gotta knock it in my knees and I wobble in my walk.
Yeah, wobble, wobble, satisfaction my motto. Show me and lead the way, and baby I'll follow. Promise you ecstasy.
Birds fly, we talk, finally free. Patience lost, I began to lose me. My advice would be take a breath, close your eyes and take a step. I wasn't scared, I thought this on my own. You put me down and I let you go. I told you I would prove you wrong, and now I'm here and I'm standing strong.
Starts now. And we have a special guest today, TJ Miller.
Thanks for having me, man.
Scene 2, take 1. Scene 3, shot 9.
Scene 1, shot 1, take 2.
Welcome back to the Capital City Sports Network, everybody. We are live at the Fordyce Center after the game has ended between South Carolina and Auburn. Your Gamecocks victorious over the Tigers 12-6, and they take 5th place in the SEC HC tournament this season. What a team effort overall, Robert. Where do we start?
I mean, I mean, so many players in the ice just doing a great job. Obviously, you're going to talk about Eric Patterson breaking the goals record, 62 points, 62 goals now, Kevin Ware out there and Snyder with his hat trick as well. But just there's really no one person you can point to. I mean, obviously those are great individual accolades, but even when the interviews, when we talk to them, they talk about the team. Drummond was out there underrated playing. Everyone out there, Storer was playing defenseman and forward. Marquise, even though it's 6 goals, he still did a solid job and netting. Just great overall team effort by the entire team, and just Gamecocks able to pull out this win, 12-6.
Yeah, you really can't just hone in on anybody. Just everybody giving that extra effort. Jacob Tengy throwing his body out there, blocking the pucks, doing what they needed to do to give the Gamecocks the win. Got to also give a lot of credit to Auburn, too. They came out ready to play, played a good game of hockey, dug themselves out of a 3-0 hole to tie the game early in the second period, went down 6-3 again, made it 6-4, pressed the Gamecocks, and then really in the last 10 minutes just was a scoring fest. The Gamecocks scored 6 goals, Auburn 2 in that time, but Auburn really came ready to play today as well.
Yeah, when the game first started out 3-0, we thought it was just going to be a rout. Auburn was going to be out of this, but they came back, got the tie, and then they kept battling back. But at the end, eventually, just Gamecocks were just too much. I mean, so much firepower on the team. Patterson, Ware, Tangy, Schneider, list just goes on and on. So just nothing. And Auburn, the penalties wasn't as bad as yesterday, but still, it's a couple of 5-on-3s and more 5-on-4 advantages. And just Gamecocks were able to cash in on most of those opportunities, and really just Auburn dug too deep of a hole for them to come out of.
So South Carolina comes away with this win. Eric Patterson with a record. Everybody's got a good win to hang their hats on. If this is the end of the season, South Carolina improves to 9-12 on the season and 3-4 in the SEC. If they do get a bid in the ACHA tournament, that'll be in Orlando in 2 weeks. I don't think we'll be able to be there with you. If we do, we'll definitely let you know. But it has been a phenomenal season on our end. We've had a lot of fun here at CCSN. Really appreciate everybody back at SGTV and Capital City Sports for making this possible for us. Everybody at the Plex back in Irmo. Just the list goes on. For those of you that have helped us get on the air, we have been very happy to bring you the pictures of every game. Some great stuff, and we look forward to joining you back in September. Thanks for being along on the ride with me, Robert. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, it's been a great season. Love to see the last game of the season, Gamecocks win, and looking forward to next season. Hopefully we'll be back here again.
Yeah, hopefully. And in terms of the rest of this tournament, you can catch all of the games on Penalty Box Radio. That's an online audio stream. Great group of guys there doing that. That's at penaltyboxradio.com/SEC. The next games will come this evening in the semifinals, Florida versus Arkansas and Georgia versus Vanderbilt, with the consolation and championship games coming tomorrow. As for us, we look forward to next season. You'll see a little bit better of exactly who all we'd like to thank on the credits that are coming up next. But again, such a great, such a wonderful crew and staff and everybody that's been a part of this program. We appreciate all of your contributions to this and look forward to next year. Once again, your final score here from the Fordyce Center: the South Carolina Gamecocks 12, the Auburn Tigers 6. And for everybody on our crew, John Dowdy, Claudia Chikamian, Danny Kelly, and Seth Lanford, and once again for Robert McCachren, I'm Brett Williams. Carolina, forever to thee.